Yes, good afternoon. Top of the sauce. We're going to get started. I'm going to invite some people in a second. You know, it's Sunday. Sunday, we like to have the floor open for those who want to partake in some sauce. First, let's just play these levels out, see how the levels are sounding, and then we're gonna turn up, man. We're going to turn up, man. I just want to share this in some groups. I want to hear how we are sounding first. Man, I have an empty home. It's just me and my pets right now. We're going to have an empty home. It's just me and my pets. Yes, it's me and my pets right now. That sounds good over there. So let's get this out now. And then we're gonna get it. Oh, dropped it. Dropped it. We're gonna get this out and about. I'm gonna get these in these groups. Then we're going to cook. Then we are going to cook. Yes, we are going to cook. And let me get my screen set up. Get the screen set up so I can pull up the stuff that I need to pull up when it's time to pull stuff up. You know the vibes, right? Y'all know the vibes? Y'all know the vibes? All right. Let's see what's up. Get some people on. Let's get some good brothers on, man, and discuss some of the facts, man. Yes, watching a football game too, man. But I'm trying to multitask, trying to send this to a couple people because we want to keep it all the way live. Send it to my man A. Get my man A up in here, man, because we got some stuff to talk about, man. Devin Haney. I wanna ask the people about Shakur Stevenson. Oh, almost picked. Almost picked. I want to ask the people about Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson is a two division champion, and yeah, two division, man. You know, because pretty soon he's gonna be in that mix, man. I know he's looking for more titles at 130, but I know he's he's really ready to get down. Oh man, yes, yes. Man, I haven't had my home like this in so long. To keep it all the way real with y'all, man. I haven't, man. I'm actually like, I feel like Macaulay Culkin right now, man. Home alone. Mine is Sheba and Daffodil. But I'm talking about as far as like children, man. I am. I am alone right now, man. Normally, I am trying to hide in a cave and do the podcast, but right now I am home alone. Appreciate that. E Cruz in the building. Yo, E, I sent you the link, man. Jump on, man. I want to pick your brain, man. I want to ask you about the fight last night, Devin Haney. I got some Shakur Stevenson questions. I got some Tank Davis questions for you. I sent you the link, my good brother. If you are free and available, pop on, man. Pop on. Uh, yeah, cause I want to talk about Shakur, man. I'm on the podcast scene. I'm checking out the YouTube. Nobody's talking about Shakur right now. Everybody wants to talk about Devin Haney's performance, cause especially like people in New York. You know what? I gotta jump on New York right now, cause that's where I'm from. New Yorkers. One thing about New Yorkers is get along gang. Now you're seeing everybody trying to ride Haney's wave and Haney this. Haney has no power, man. Yes, he has excellent boxing ability with no power. So it's like if he moves up to 135, 140, what is he gonna do? Because you already know those guys up there are damn near welterweights that fight at 140. He fought a pretty much you could say a 130 pounder last night. Couldn't get him out of there. They didn't even really beat him up that bad. Like they both look like they had good sparring. Neither one of them was busted up. And I'm only saying that because the Cambosa Lopez fight, they looked like, they fought. They was cut, beat up, swole up. Last night was a great boxing match, but neither one of those guys have what like Gary Russell like to call fuck you on their punches, man. You're rocking out with yours truly, the sauce. This is Sunday. I know I rattle cages, but like I said, at the end of the day, this is me. Shout out to E. E is in the building. Got my brother in here.
What's good, my
Welcome,
dude?
welcome, E. Welcome. E is in the building.
Yo,
E,
I gotta ask you a question, man.
go ahead. E got
What
the
you,
sauce hat
what you
on.
think about my
I
hat?
see you. I see you already. Yo, come on, man. I'm on point with it.
Think
I
about
see
my
you.
hat.
I see
You
you
know
with
what
the
I'm
sauce
saying?
hat on.
Yo, you
I
ready?
see you. I see you styling. I
Yo,
see
I'm
you
gonna tell all the
styling.
people out there, it's either put up or shut up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I see you styling, man. E
You
is
know?
styling. E is definitely styling, man. That's what's up, E.
Nope. Rep
Um,
your set.
yes. I appreciate that. Yo, man, what did you think of the fights last night, man?
I mean, it was an easy win for
Yeah.
Devin. Easy win for Devin, but yo, people are starting to throw the name, with Devin and Paulie Malignaggi, and yo, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It's kind of sticking, man. Him and Bubo Andrade, man. They just have this style that's not very pleasing.
Yeah.
It's not a
Yeah.
pleasing style. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, man. I mean, Jojo Diaz is a smaller fighter than him. He
Yes.
should he should have just stayed in the pocket. You know, there were times that people used to criticize, you know, Sweet Pea, Pernell Whitaker, one of the most defensive fighters to ever step on, at 135. And you know what Sweet Pea did? He just stayed in the pocket, and you couldn't hit him.
Yeah. That's a fact.
I don't know, man. There's just something about Devin, man. When he gets hit like flush, like it's like his brain is scrambled, like he goes into like full like defense mode. Is it me or do you see it too?
Nah, definitely. I can agree with that. I'm not gonna take nothing away from that. What I seen too with him, right? They love to do the Floyd Mayweather comparisons, right?
Hmm.
One thing about Floyd is Floyd, you wasn't hitting Floyd. Devin gets hit, man.
Yeah,
Yo, Devin gets hit,
yeah.
and and I was in a group earlier, and I said my personal opinion. I said Tank Davis would knock him out, and they was like, elaborate more on that. I said, did you see what JoJo Diaz was able to do in the 12th round? I said Tank Davis can do that. Tank Davis will walk through the fire to get off his fire. And I don't think Devin Haney can withstand Tank's fire.
Listen, I remember when we spoke last week, and I asked you, who you think is going to be the cream of the top at 135, and you told me Tank, and I
Yeah,
paused. I paused for a while because I really thought about it. And I ain't gonna lie to you, man. You know, I think you're 100% dead on that, man. Because Tank got that Iron Mike Tyson, like he just has that equalizer power.
yeah, man.
And you said it best, man. It carries all the way to the end of the fight.
To the 12th, man. Yeah,
And he, I mean, even though Tank does get hit a lot, man, he just don't care, man. He a
that's his
different breed.
style. Exactly.
He
That's
a
his
different breed.
style.
He a
Yo,
different
yo,
breed.
he's a fire breathing dragon. He will take a couple shots just to get off.
You know what's crazy though? If you look at Devin's career
Yeah,
and you look at Tank's career, you can tell by the way they fight. Yo, Tank came from the fire.
yeah, man.
Tank
Yeah.
came from the bottoms, and you could tell by the way Devin fights. And a lot of people, a lot of people may not understand what I'm trying to say. You
Nah, I
could
know
tell,
what you're gonna say. The silver spoon in his mouth.
yeah,
The
bro.
silver spoon. It is what it is, man. They get mad at me. I don't like. I said I don't care, man. I'm not like this. This is one thing about the source talk. We don't want to offend anybody, but we want to speak our piece. You know what I'm
Because
saying?
I'll give you another scenario. Sugar Ray Leonard was another dude that they said that he was the golden child and he was coddled. But yo, when you clip Sugar Ray, yo, you was in for it, man. Sugar Ray
Yeah.
didn't back down, and it's just that Devin doesn't seem like that type of. It just doesn't seem like that type of individual to me, man. You
He
know?
just he just don't have the power for me, man. That's the one
Yeah,
thing he's missing.
yeah.
And that's the one attribute that God didn't bless him with. He could box, he could pop shot, he could pick you apart, but he don't have that fuck you on his punches, man.
No, 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 he doesn't. And then you know what the crazy thing is, man? You got all these cornballs, man, that are on these podcasts. I don't want to name anybody. Three Kings Boxing. They said that Devin Haney has pop. Devin Haney has pop.
That's
I'm like, yo,
none,
Devin Haney got no pop, man. Devin Haney
none.
ain't got no pop. They're trying to big up Jojo Diaz's chin. Yo, Jojo got a good chin, but you gotta understand something, man. He fought this dude Farmer, couldn't crack an egg.
Yeah, yeah,
Even though he beat him, Farmer couldn't crack an egg. And
yeah,
if you compare, perfect scenario. Look at Tevin Farmer and look at Devin Haney.
yeah.
Yo, Tevin Farmer can't crack an egg, but he will stand there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He's like the Matrix, man. Like them punches is just like zoom, zoom, zoom. I just don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. I just don't know, man. I don't know what Devin. If Devin thinks that the real fight dudes are gonna believe that he's going to Australia, that dude ain't going. He's lying.
Yeah.
That's a lie.
And I don't to be honest with you, I don't even think Gambosa wants to fight him. He's not a big enough draw.
He don't want to
Like
fight him.
if you was watching last night, not for nothing, I talked about this earlier too. He didn't even bring the crowd. Majority of the crowd was there for Diaz,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Devin is he's not he wasn't born in Vegas, but
But he lives out there.
he fights out of Vegas. That's his second home.
Yeah.
Yo, he didn't even bring the crowd out.
Nah, nah, nah. And
They
then
was booing him. Yo, they was booing him. Did you hear that?
yeah,
When he came out, he was
they
getting
was doing
booed.
he does this thing, man, with his. He doesn't even pop the jab. He leaves it out there, it's like a measuring stick.
He wants
It's
to be Floyd too much, man. He has too much of.
he
He wants to be
does.
Mayweather, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything about him was Mayweather's last night. Like the extra long ring entrance, waiting in the back to glove up. That's all Mayweather stuff, man.
And people
Come,
are gonna be like, "Oh, you guys are
coming in with an entourage. You know what I'm saying? He had the entourage, a
people."
bodyguard, like all the extra Mayweather ish, man.
People are gonna be like, "Oh, you guys ain't kind of you guys don't respect the fight game, the science of it." And listen, I do. Listen, he watched JoJo from the beginning to end.
Yeah,
He watched him, watched
yeah.
him. I'll put it to you like this: he beat Jojo Diaz easier than Kambosos beat Teofimo. Can we
Oh
agree
yeah,
on
yeah,
that?
yeah, 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 yeah. I said that too. I said that fight was like a sparring session.
Yeah.
I was like, if you look at both of them, minimal damage,
Yep.
no real cuts, none of
Yep.
that.
But what
You
people
know?
don't but what people don't seem to understand is sport. Boxing is a part of a sport, and at the end of the day, what is sport? Sport is an entertainment. That's what
Yeah,
people don't seem to realize. Boxing is a sport, and sport is entertainment.
that's
And
a
it
fact.
doesn't matter who you are. If you're not entertaining, you're not gonna sell. And right
Yeah,
now, it's going on with Boo Boo Andrade. Nobody wants to fight Boo Boo
no,
because Boo
he's
Boo,
not a draw.
he's not a draw, and he's slick.
Yeah,
He is slick.
yeah.
He's a dangerous fighter.
Risk
So
reward, risk reward.
that's
Yeah,
it. And people don't understand. People just don't want to get it. They don't want to understand it. You know. And you know what the crazy thing is? I even had Devin Haney. I had Devin last week. I said it last week. I said, "Yo, Devin could be Kambosos." I said it last week.
oh yeah,
But after what I saw last night with JoJo's he looked like a little kid. He was like,
yeah.
"Yo,
Small, small.
Kambosos will just walk Devin Haney down."
Mm.
Just walk them down. We already know
Yeah,
that Kambosos. We already know that Kambosos is willing to take a shot. We already know
yeah,
that Kambosos has the heart of a lion. He has the jaw of a lion. So he's just gonna
yeah,
walk them down.
yeah.
He's gonna walk them
And
down.
and and, and Devin showed that he. Another thing that I don't know if you noticed this, but I picked up on this early in the exchanges, right? Everybody likes to talk about how slick Devin is, but when Devin exchanges and they go toe to toe, he's not that slick. He gets caught, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He gets caught. Now
Yes.
when he goes up against, like we was just talking about, other elite fighters such as you know Cambosa or Shakur Stevens or Tank Davis and those type of exchanges, he might get rocked, man.
Yo, all right. Let's take it to a further. Let's take it further. Are you ready? We're gonna
Yeah,
take
go
it
ahead.
the furthest we could take it.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
The nut job. The nut job. I think the nut job
Oh yeah,
stronger.
Ryan Garcia. Yeah. I be forgetting about him because it's like dude just goes off the grid. It's like the Matrix. He just disappears off the grid. But him too. I know he probably got confidence too after watching
What?
that fight last night.
Yo, but the craziest thing is that I love it how these fighters, man, they'll tell you something and you actually believe them. If anybody believes in their right mind that Devin Haney's gonna go to Australia, that's a lie. I bet my life that's not Devin Haney's. He's gonna mention some bullshit. Oh no, the contract is not right. Blah 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 blah. Yo, you're not a puncher. You're not a puncher. You're gonna go into that dude's hometown. We're
Yeah,
talking
that's
about
a tough fight.
not even the U.S. to another country.
No,
80,000 fans. All right.
yeah.
Yo, if I'm not mistaken, isn't that what Jeff Horn did to Pacquiao?
I was about to tell you, it didn't work out for Manny Pacquiao going over there.
You know what I'm
Didn't,
saying?
didn't work out for him
Come on, man.
at
You,
all.
you expect us to believe that? Come on, man. That's a lie, man. He ain't going over there.
Yeah,
He ain't going over there. And number one, you know what? I think Kambosos is just putting his name out. There was nothing popping last night, so he was probably like, "Yeah, I'll go to the
yeah.
fight."
Now he's gonna be at the Tank Davis fight tonight. He's doing the world tour.
Let me
He's
tell you.
he I think he got a Joe Rogan interview today, and then he's going to the Tank Davis fight.
Let me tell you something, man. What Floyd did with tonight's fight, yo, Floyd took it to the next level. And a lot of people are like, "What are you talking about?" Yo, my man switched it up. Like, when's the
Yeah,
last time you saw a pay per view on a Sunday?
yeah, yeah. You know how they fuck the game up all the time,
Yo,
all the time.
and what the casuals don't realize is, oh, I don't understand what you mean. Okay, it's very simple. The reason why HBO doesn't have boxing anymore is because they got tired of competing with the Showtime, all those cards going up against each other because they went to war.
Yeah,
These
that's
guys
a
were going
fact.
to they went to war with each other. HBO, Showtime, they were going to wars. Blockbuster cards on the same day.
Yeah,
Where HBO threw in the towel, HBO's like, yo, you know what? We ain't even gonna do this no more, man. We done. We're done.
Yeah, you guys got it.
And
You
and
guys got it.
and Floyd is so smart because if you really think about it, you got basketball games on Sunday, you got football games on Sunday.
Yeah.
If you want,
Yeah,
if
Sunday night football. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, so why should he compete against Devin when he could have the
The
spotlight
whole
all to
Sunday.
himself?
Yeah, yeah. The Sunday. Yeah.
I
The
would say that Logan that the Pauls are the first one to do it, but still, I really don't consider them, true boxing because
Nah.
their last fight wasn't it on a Sunday? I
No,
thought
what that? No, that was Floyd. Floyd and him on that Sunday.
that's
Remember
what it
that was him.
was.
That was him and Floyd. See,
Yeah,
Floyd knew what he was doing. He tested the market that time.
yeah, yeah,
That's what he did. You're right. See, E
yeah,
man, E
yeah.
yo, you need to do this, man. You need to do the podcast thing, man. You see, you brought up a great
Can I
point.
tell you something? I'm happy where I am right now with you, bro. I'm happy where I am.
Yeah. Now you
I
brought
don't.
up a yo. See, Floyd knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
He was the experimental
yeah,
crash dummy, if you want to call him that. But you can't.
yeah,
We can't call Floyd a crash dummy. But he did a pay per view on a Sunday,
yeah. Fact,
and now he got Tank doing it.
fact, man. I mean,
Huh?
I just and a lot of people are gonna be like, how could you even mention Ryan Garcia? I
Yeah.
want to I want to see what Ryan Garcia is gonna do next because what a lot of people don't understand is the buzz that Ryan Garcia has that buzz like a
Yeah,
crazy
yeah. Now
buzz.
he listen. I said this earlier too, right? Devin Haney talks all that social media clout, right?
Yup.
It showed last night you really don't have it, my guy.
Yeah.
For all your million of followers, none of them even popped out for you.
At the end of the day, man, it's all about money. And I'm gonna switch it. I'm gonna switch it. But just hear the moral of the story. Everybody who knows about hip hop music knows who Russell Simmons is. Russell
Yeah,
Simmons is like he's like the Godfather. You know what I'm saying?
Godfall. Yeah,
He he's the co-inventor of Def Jam Records.
yeah,
And one time they asked him about MC Hammer. You know what I'm saying? And you know what he said? He said, "Yo, man, if I had an opportunity, man, to have MC Hammer, I would have signed that MF man so quick it wouldn't even be funny." Now, a lot of the diehard hip hop fans that follow Def Jam, they were like, "Yo, you crazy? Yo, MC Hammer, MC Hammer." He goes, "Yo, bro, it's all about dollars and cents, man. It's all about making money. It's all about making money. You know what I'm
that's
saying?"
a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna flip it on. A lot of people don't know this, man. Yo, Lady Gaga. Yo, she's huge, huge. Who found her? Who gave her her first contract? Who made millions off of her? Akon.
yeah, smart move.
So the moral of the story is you can say whatever you want about Ryan Garcia. All these casuals can say whatever you want about Ryan Garcia. I guarantee you that Tank Davis, if they said, yo, who you want to fight, everybody's available. He's gonna be like, yo, I want Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, bigger money. Yo, did you see George Gambosa said that last night that Ryan Garcia is the bigger fight?
Yeah, yep, yep,
Is the
yep,
bigger fight.
yeah, yeah.
He said that himself.
Not only is listen, man, you can say whatever you want about the dude. He is the biggest draw, right? And the kid got popped. It's just that
Yeah,
he's a basket. It's just that he's a basket case. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a Ryan Garcia fan. I'm a boxing fan. Tank. If Tank fights him, maybe Tank will take him out in 3 rounds. But at the end of the day, Tank is gonna get the most money. And that's why I tell all these you so-called boxing fans, if you are a real boxing fan, you're gonna care about what these fighters make because you
yeah.
should care. Because you should care. Health and wealth.
That's
Health
what
and
it's
wealth.
about. That's what it's about, man.
Health and
And
wealth.
and at the end of the day, that's what they're doing it for. They're fighting for the prize, and the
Correct.
prize is the money.
Correct.
Because
Because at the end of the day,
how many of them are actually going to end up really fighting for a belt?
yeah, because at the end of the day, when they're in a wheelchair, they don't know the ABCs and their 1, 2, 3s. All these casuals don't even remember them.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So you know what? Everybody's talking about yo, Spence and Bud, Spence and Bud, Spence and Bud, Spence and Bud. Look, man, look. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be, man. You know what I'm saying?
that's a
If it's
fact.
meant if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. But I tell you one thing right now. As much as I would like to see the fight, if it's gonna cause a chance where Spence might go blind or he may get really hurt. I don't want to watch that fight.
You don't want to. Yo, I've been said I'm not. I don't want to see the fight, man.
I don't want to see
Cause
that fight.
yo, it's just something about him that he just doesn't come off as a boxer to me no more.
Yeah, man. Yo, listen, man. He's been through a lot. You know, most of it he did it to himself. You know what I mean? Most of it he did do it to himself. But right now, man, you know, he's just not. He's even if Bud beats him, it's a lose-lose situation for Bud. Win-win for Errol, lose-lose for Bud.
Yeah,
Cause cause
it just don't. For me, it just doesn't like. It's too much that has happened
yeah,
outside of the ring
yeah,
that has me not wanting to see the fight because if Bud wins, Bud is not going to get the credit that he deserves.
yeah. And you know what kills me? I need to ask you what you feel about this, because I'm tired of people saying that Bud and Spence is the biggest fight in boxing. I do not think it's the biggest fight. In my
Nah,
eyes, it was the biggest fight.
it was
Not now.
not no more, not
Not
no
now.
more,
Not no more. It's not the biggest fight. Right
not no
now,
more.
the momentum that Tank has and the momentum that the heavyweight division has,
Hmm.
that's
Yeah,
not the
especially listen after tonight. If Tank, well, the cards are all in play for him to get the spectacular knockout, right?
yep,
If he gets the spectacular knockout tonight, right? Him fighting Gambosa is a big fight because it's an undisputed fight. Because they already said like they don't recognize Devin Haney's belt, man.
correct,
They do not recognize his belt.
correct.
A Gambosa Tank Davis fight is a big fight for the simple fact Tank Davis is a pay per view attraction. Now this is his third pay per view.
Correct.
George Gambosa is coming off one of the biggest upsets. If you look at the odds, the matchmakers and the odds, now he has all the belts.
Yep.
That's a hot fight, man. That's a hot fight.
Do
Like
you think?
the Bud Crawford Earl Spence fight. It's a hot fight, but they already letting us know that fight is not going to happen next. The George Gambosa Tank Davis fight can happen next.
Do
There's
you
no. Go ahead.
do you think that that's going to be Cambosa's next fight? Tank.
Uh, yeah, I think so. Lou DiBella is all about the coin.
Okay. Okay.
I'll tell you this. It's out of Gambosa. I mean, it's out of Tank Davis or Ryan Garcia. If I had to pick two, those are the two that I would go with.
Okay. So if those are the two that you had to go with, we're talking about you are Cambosa's manager. Which of the two are you picking?
As his manager,
Yeah,
I would take Ryan Garcia
it's
first.
my man right there. That's
I'm
my
speaking I'm
yeah.
speaking business wise. You know what I'm
Hundred,
saying?
hundred.
Because you just asked me as the manager.
Yeah,
Now I'm Shloman and
yeah.
Shloman.
No
I got
doubt.
on my I got on my Shloman and Shloman
Yep,
hat.
yep, yep,
I'm the manager, bro.
yep. And I think,
It's like why risk the tank fight right now? This is from a manager's
yeah,
perspective.
you're
I'm not.
100%
I
correct.
know the money is there for the tank fight, right? But
Yep,
also the threat of losing. Now
it's big with Tank.
I am more confident that I could beat Ryan Garcia.
Correct.
Now after I beat Ryan Garcia, the tank fight is still there, and
Yep,
now it's even in higher demand,
that's right.
and I can possibly even get more money.
100%.
So that's just my Shloman and Shloman
No, no,
hat
no.
on.
100. That's 100. You're 100% correct. 100.
Yeah,
100% correct. But you know what though? Yo, on the undercard of tonight's fight, yo,
yeah.
it's a huge fight. Adames is fighting Devinchenko. Um, that's a
Yeah. Yo,
huge.
Andre and them is out there. Andre Rozier and them is out there.
That's a huge, huge, huge fight. Huge. That fight.
Yeah,
I'm telling you right now, just based on them two fighting, and I know people are gonna be like, "What are you talking about?" That on paper is in itself worth the pay per view,
yeah, it is fact.
because I'm gonna tell you right now, Diamonds' trainer Salas, that dude is that right in my eyes, he's the best trainer in the game right now.
Yeah, he is a
The
great
best
trainer.
trainer, the best
Great
trainer.
trainer.
Because what he
Yeah,
did with Luis Arias, who did Luis Arias when he fought Danny Jacobs, I want to break my television, man. I was like, this is the worst fight I've ever seen in my life.
yeah.
And then Luis Arias fought Hurd, right? He came back and fought
Yeah,
Hurd.
beat Jared Hurd, man.
I was
Beat
like,
Jared Hurd,
yo,
man.
yeah, man.
He caught
Yo,
a good Jared Hurd, man, at the right time. You know
yo,
what too? I'm gonna tell you, and I'm glad you just brought that up, man. That's why I could always talk the sauce with you, man. You know what? I think the Jared Hurd Julian J Rock fight took a lot out of both of them.
yeah, yep,
They both haven't been the same
yeah,
since that epic war that they fought.
correct.
Remember? They
But you
fought an
know,
epic war, man.
you know what the crazy things about when me and you talk, we are so like into what the craft that we bounce all over the place. Because guess where I'm going to now?
Go ahead, go ahead. It's all good, man.
So
It's all
now,
good.
so now, J Rock, right?
Go ahead.
J Rock is from Philly.
Yeah.
My thing is, what? Why can't Philly fighters break that stigma
Yeah,
of
right.
wanting to go balls to the walls? Case in point. Case in point. Fulton. Fulton when he just fought this what's his name? The pretty boy.
Oh,
Last year.
cool boy Steph. Cool boy Steph.
Kuba.
He fought Luis Figueroa.
Yes. So now here
Figueroa.
we see here we have Fulton, right? Philly fighter, right? Boxer. He a boxer. Once again, what does he want to do? He wants to go to war with Figueroa. J Rock the same thing. Medrick Taylor the same thing. Philly fighters, like that's whenever you mention a Philly fighter, the first thing they say is your war, right?
Yeah,
My
that's a
thing
fact.
is, my thing is, and you see it. Why? You know what I'm saying? Like why? And that's like, most people will be like, yo, that's a retarded question. Look what you just said, bro. J Rock, that fight with her took a lot out of J Rock, right?
It did.
Common sense is gonna tell you, bro, like, yo, these wars, man, you know what I'm saying? Listen, it's very entertaining. It's very entertaining.
Yes.
Fulton made that fight with Figueroa so much harder.
And it needed to be. Yeah, because he fought his style.
Yeah.
He fought
Cause
his style.
it's
That's
that
the Philadelphia. That's the Philadelphia mentality, though.
yeah. And
That,
I'm just saying, like, why though? Like why? Like I just don't get it. That always like, you know what I'm saying? That always like, boggled my mind. Like another thing that boggles my mind. There's another thing. We're flip flopping, we're going everywhere. The full face mask.
mm,
I don't understand. Canelo uses the full face with the bar in front, right? Another thing that
yeah,
I don't understand is why these fighters, right? And you know you know one of them very well because you're very close to him, the young buck. You know what I'm talking about, right?
yeah. Jihad.
Right. Why do they spar with amateur headgear? That bothers me, man. That just bothers me, man. Because I say to myself, man, like, yo, name me a sport. Name me a sport, right? That's very like they go balls to the walls, like football, right?
Yeah.
In their practice scrimmages, whatever, yo, they're not going like crazy balls to the walls. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
Um, they're wearing the same helmets that they wear in the game. Like, why would you spar? Why would you spar with amateur headgear if you're a professional?
That's a great question. But you know, a lot of their work. That's where they do. Most of the work is done in sparring. Because the actual fight is the 36 minutes if it's a 12 rounder.
Right,
But all the work that you put in being sparring in
right.
the
And look what
gym,
you just said.
preparing for that one night.
So all the attrition, all the war, all the pain and suffering comes from training, comes from
Yeah.
the sparring. Why would you let your fighter spar with amateur headgear? It just don't make no sense to me. It just drives me crazy. Back to the Philly style. Those things in boxing that I just say to myself, yo, yo, break the stigma, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I know trainers will be like, oh, it makes the fighter tougher. And I'm sorry, no disrespect. You're dumb. You're a dummy. You're an
Yeah.
idiot. You know what I'm saying? You're a dummy, bro. Because
Yeah.
the best of the best right now are using full with the bar in front.
Yeah.
Bud does it. Bud does it.
Yeah. A lot of them
Canelo
do.
does it.
A lot of them do. Put it like this. A lot of the elite. I hate to use this word, but a lot of the elite blue chipper invested professional fighters do.
Come
You
on.
look who you just said. Canelo Alvarez is a multi-million-dollar fighter. Terrence Crawford, another multi-million-dollar fighter. So you're talking about the creme de la creme, the Rolls Royces
Bro,
of the boxing game.
and you're in the gym. You know this. What the
Yeah,
casual doesn't understand, yo, when you training for a fight, it's insane what happens to these fighters. And I'll give you a
yes,
case in point. Tell me I'm lying. Jai Tucker, right? He has a fight coming up, right?
yeah. January
Let's
15th.
Okay, he got a fight coming. How many rounds is it?
Six rounder, six rounder.
Okay, so I would say maybe he's sparring maybe 12 rounds.
12 rounds. That's correct.
Okay, he's sparring 12 rounds, and I guarantee you he's sparring 12 rounds with at least three guys.
Yeah, 3 to 4 guys. Yeah, four,
Right,
sometimes four. A minimum. It's always a minimum three. Sometimes four.
right. And let me ask you a question, because for the casual, why do they use three?
Because all right. Well, now I got the trainer coach hat on. You always want your fighter, the fighter that's going to be fighting,
Mhm.
to to go up against fresh guys. That's guys
Thank
that's
you.
fresh. You
Thank you.
know, you want that. You want the guys that he's sparring against to be fresher than him. So he has to constantly stay on point
Correct.
and have that mentality that a guy's always going to be fresher than you, and you got to know how to adapt. You know.
Right. Like sometimes I hear these casuals and they be like, yo, did you hear such and such? He got his ass whooped in sparring. I look at him, I'm like, yo, you know that you're
Yo,
supposed to get
yo,
your ass
Tank,
whooped in sparring.
Tank Davis gets beat up and spawned all the time. But how,
Supposed to.
but how many people? I tell guys that shit too. Like he knocks a lot of people out of spawn, but he gets beat up in spawn.
Yeah, you're
But
supposed.
when you fight in 16-ounce gloves sparring, and then you fight in 8 and 10-ounce gloves, it's a whole different ball game.
Bro, when you're sparring and you're training, they on purpose stack the deck against you so the fight could be that much easier.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's
that's a
why I
fact.
don't understand why these kids, man, nowadays, man, they're training for fights with amateur headgear. Look at Mike
Yeah,
Tyson, the
and
headgear he used.
and you know what's crazy? The amateurs took the headgears away now.
Yeah,
Did
yeah,
you see that? Like, especially in the Olympics, no more
yep,
headgear.
yeah. No more
No more
headgear.
headgear.
No more headgear. I
Yeah.
guess you know what? To make it a little bit to make it more enticing, I guess the numbers was doing bad and they had to make a change. You know what I mean? I just don't understand how you're gonna have a fighter who got a fight coming up. He got a 6 round fight, and I'm not talking about Jahi. I'm just talking about in general. Like and you're putting them 12 rounds. He has amateur headgear on, and you're throwing them fresh wolves. Voo, voo, voo. How long is that? How long is that fighter going to last? That's gonna it takes a toll. It
Yeah.
takes a toll. I know
That's
this
how you.
one
That's
kid.
how you. Yo, listen. We talked about that, and I'm glad I got you on here because you alluded to the fact to that. When you lose weight at such a rapid rate, right, and you're cutting weight, you are susceptible to cutting
Yes,
easier.
yes,
You
yes,
know, because you
yes.
don't have the proper nutrients in your
No,
body.
no. See, this is what a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people
Nah, they
don't
don't know.
understand.
They don't know boxing, man.
Nah, it's just like you know who's the only people that come close to knowing what a fighter goes through, and I just learned this like a couple of years ago. Wrestlers.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I didn't know
Wrestlers,
that because I
yo,
never followed them.
wrestlers know it worse than fighters, man.
Yeah,
Right, yo, like you talking about the real wrestlers, like
no, no,
that
yeah,
wrestle for like Michigan
yep,
and
yep,
Iowa. That got a
yep,
man. Them dudes damn near kill themselves,
yep,
bro.
yep, yep, yep,
Yo,
yep,
listen, yo, they kill themselves, bro.
yep, yep.
They
Sleep,
go through it worse than boxers, cause at
sleeping in
least
sauna suits.
yo, yeah, at least with boxers, right? Listen, at least with boxers, you make weight, then you rehydrate. Yo, wrestlers weigh in the day out of the match, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's a different listen. That's a different type of listen.
Animal.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you like this. We weigh in like wrestling, right? At least boxers get damn near 24 hours to try to get the nutrients, the water back in their system. Wrestlers might get 12. They might get a half a day.
Yeah.
This
Listen,
is crazy.
I'll tell you another thing with the Teofimo Lopez. Like you saw I saw the fight that night. I was like, oh damn, holy cow! How? Once the dust settles, you say to yourself, as me, I can only speak about myself. I start saying to myself, yo, did Cambosis beat Tio or did Tio beat himself?
Yeah, I was gonna get to that with you. What do you think? What do you think? Yo, you see how all these reports is coming out, and somebody told me that, man, but I didn't want to leak that, man. That he was having all kind of health issues, but he didn't want to postpone the fight because the fight was postponed for 3 times already.
Bro, I had an argument. With another podcaster. Yo, you should have postponed the fight. I was like, yo, my man, are you stupid? Are you stupid? Are you stupid? I got mad. I was like, are you dumb? I go, what you think
Yeah,
this is? I go, give you a case in point, because these dudes don't know this. That's why I get so angry. I go, yo, Pernell Whitaker versus James Buddy McGirt, Madison Square Garden. Okay, James Buddy McGirt. I don't remember the exact injury. It was with his shoulder. I don't
yeah, no,
remember
no.
exactly.
It was when he fought Pernell Whitaker.
Correct. But I don't
Pernell
remember. I
Whitaker.
think it was something with the shoulder, but I don't remember what type of injury it was. He came into the fight injured, right? Comes
Mm,
into the fight injured. And then
yeah,
people were like, well, buddy, how come you didn't like postpone the fight? He's like, yo, we're talking about millions, man. We're talking about
well, you
millions.
got to get paid.
You know what I'm saying? We're talking
Or you,
about millions of dollars.
you postpone the fight, you don't get paid.
When
It's not
and you
like
might never
I
get the
have.
fight again.
Yeah, yeah, and it's not like us or the people that have regular 9 to 5s where if we call out sick, we get paid still. You know,
Yo,
you got sick time, you get
come
paid. You
on.
feel me?
They don't
Now,
get it.
yo, boxing. Listen,
Stupid, man.
yeah, that's why you see a motherfucker might have a sprained ankle. He like fuck that. Yo, take my shit up. I'm going out there. I'm
But see,
going out there.
yo, you know what it is? Number one, Buddy wasn't the A side. Buddy McGirt
Nope,
wasn't the A side. So,
nope.
yo, the common sense is gonna tell you if you know about the fight game. He's gonna be like, yo, if I pull out, Pernell might get another fight. He's gonna probably get another fight. I might not get this chance. That's the
Yeah,
most money Buddy McGirt ever made.
yeah,
The most
yeah.
money, Buddy. And basically, what I'm trying to say is, the moral of the story is, regardless of what was going on with Teofimo, bro, that fight was canceled. It went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Look, did and people are gonna be like, yo, he did it to himself. People
Yeah,
don't realize, because people just, I just tell them, step back, have common sense, put yourself in the mind of a fighter. If right now Cambosis doesn't have a chance, because he didn't have a chance. You look on the paper, I tell people, Cambosis didn't stand a chance, man. Teofimo was supposed to wipe the floor with him. How are you supposed to elevate yourself? Not everybody can. It happened to Mike Tyson with Buster Douglas. It happens. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? The fight kept getting postponed. He had problems. First it was Thriller, then Top Rank, then the Zone. You know what I'm saying? And then you don't think people like his father, because his father is just a cuckoo bird, telling him, yo, this is easy work. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it.
yeah,
Don't worry about it. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yo, his father failed him, man.
Yeah, of course he did.
His father failed him, man.
Of course he did. So, case in point, now that the dust settled, I'm gonna say Teofimo lost to Teofimo. Cambosis, I'm sorry to tell you this, Cambosis ain't gonna be champion for a long time. He ain't gonna be.
Mm,
He ain't. Because people, oh, how could you say that? How could yo? I told this one dude, I go, boxing is very simple, man. Boxing is like going to the racetrack. He starts laughing. I go, bro, what's so funny? He goes, "What do you mean? What do you mean?" I go, "Yo, you ever see these Italian dudes or whatever these racetrack dudes? What do they do all day? They're looking at paperwork. You see them. They're looking at magazines. Whatever they're doing, because I don't know what they're doing, because I'm not into racehorse. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
what they're doing is they're dissecting the numbers. They're the numbers. This horse, that horse, whatever. Boxing is the same thing. And when you look at Cambosis' career, it doesn't tell you that he's supposed to be a phenom.
mm,
He's a
yeah,
class. He's a class B minus fighter.
yeah,
Look at Mickey Bay. Mickey Bay gave him problems. Mickey Bay didn't fight in how many years?
yeah,
Come
yeah,
on,
yeah, yeah. Remember, Floyd shelved him for a minute.
you know what I'm saying? And then he
Yeah,
fights the other dude the kid from
Selby,
Italy.
Lee Selby.
Come on, man. He had a hard time with Lee Selby too. A lot of people said
Yeah,
that he lost that fight.
yeah. Well, yeah, you know what? You know what holds him down and held him down. He was pretty much Manny Pacquiao's sparring partner, crash dummy.
He was. He
You
was.
know?
But at the end of the day, what did that do for him when he fought Mickey Bay? Nothing. What did
Nope.
that do for him when he fought Lee Selby? Nothing.
Nope.
Because, and you say to yourself, look at his career. You look at his career, man. And I'm not saying he's a bum. No, 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 no. But people think that these odds, somebody just picks it out their ass. We got experts, man. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about big money is put into Vegas odds.
Oh yeah. Oh
Somebody
yeah.
just doesn't wake up and says, yo, these are the numbers. No. People are dissecting it. That's why Buster Douglas was the biggest underdog in boxing history.
Yeah.
There was a reason for it. What did they say about Buster Douglas? He was talented, but he was lazy.
Yeah.
He was lazy. You don't think Mike Tyson knew that? Of course Mike Tyson knew that. Mike Tyson was like, yo, this is easy work, man. Didn't take it serious.
At all. At all.
Teofimo was already thinking about Tank being the man, Josh Taylor. All right, yo, people are gonna be like, well, that's his own fault. Yes, yes.
Uh,
Tio beat Tio. Tio beat. I'm sorry. Tio lost to Tio. Tio did not lose to
yeah.
Cambosis. Tio did not lose to Cambosis. They're not even look. They're not even letting Cambosis breathe right now. Why do you think they're not letting him breathe?
Yeah. Cause
Everybody wants a piece of that. Wants a piece of him because they know he's not going to be around long.
yeah.
And
He's, yeah. He's yeah.
people are
He's
gonna say,
Buster. He's Buster Douglas. Then Buster Douglas. He beat Mike Tyson. Then he got knocked out his next fight against Holyfield. Right.
Holyfield, he came in like 50 pounds overweight. Holyfield knocked
Yeah.
him out with an uppercut.
He's gonna be Andy Ruiz again, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I think we see another
And people are
Andy
gonna be like,
Ruiz coming.
oh, why you knocking on Cambosis? No, man, I am seeing what the numbers say. I'm
Yeah.
seeing what the numbers say, man. Yo, nobody gave Cambosis. Listen, maybe he could prove, maybe he'll prove us wrong. But
Yeah.
the numbers say different. And you guess what? 9 times out of 10, you never go against the numbers.
Mm-mm.
You never go
That's why.
against the
That's
numbers.
why. That's why the numbers are the numbers, man. He caught. He caught a nice jukes, pretty much a nice steal. With the odds being stacked up against him, and then pulling that fight off. And then I was talking to somebody too off the record, right? They were saying that the reason why Tiafimo's dad is moving the way he's moving because he thought Eddie Hearns was going to take care of them as far as like they knew everything going into the fight that Tio wasn't really there 100% mentally and physically, and that if it went to a decision, they was going to give him the decision.
That's crazy. For him to
Yeah,
even think that is insane.
yeah,
It's insane. Basically, he's just talking about stuff that you go to jail for.
yeah.
You go to jail for that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Yo,
that's
if it's a
boxing.
close fight, give us the fight. Huh?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's why
saying?
he said his son was robbed. He said, "Yo, they robbed my son."
One
Yo,
thing,
what do you think about? You see, they got your people's. I think dropped that article, Three King Boxing, about Tiafimo wanting to kill himself, man.
look, let me tell you something, man. Those dudes right there, I want people to listen to them. Those are the biggest clowns, man. Let me tell you something. They blocked me because I gave them the heat. These suckers had the audacity. One of the podcasts, the same night that Teofimo lost, they had the nerve to
Yeah.
say that Emmanuel Gustis had no talent. I said,
Who
yo,
the drunken monk?
yeah,
Oh man, the drunken master.
how could
He's
you
probably
say,
one. He's probably one of the best fighters of his era, his
correct,
time, and his
correct,
time. And you can't base it off of wins and losses. You got to base it off of skills
yeah,
and fighting the best.
correct, correct. You see, what people don't understand, this is another thing, man. Having, ha, being a fighter, being a fighter is the closest thing to having a puppy and having a chia pet. People are gonna be like, "What did he just say? Did he just compare a boxer to a puppy and a chia pet?" This is what I'm trying to say, and you know this. If I'm wrong, please tell me I'm wrong. A
Yeah,
fighter, you gotta nurture him,
that's a
right?
fact.
You gotta watch him. You gotta care for him,
Yeah,
and you gotta treat that fighter like if he was your baby. He is your child. It if Floyd wasn't moved the way Floyd was moved, he would have never been Floyd.
mm-mm.
That's why you have great matchmakers that build you slowly. Emmanuel
Yeah,
Augustus was just thrown through the wolves, fight after fight after fight after fight, because he was
yeah.
supposed to lose every single fight. So
That's
they
it.
never gave him an opportunity to win.
That's it.
They never
They
gave
ma-
him the opportunity to win.
they made him an opponent.
Correct. Because they didn't have time
Yeah,
to do that. His window already left. They weren't gonna
yeah.
feed Emmanuel Augustus baby lambs because they didn't have time
Nah,
for it. They were like,
no,
yo, my man, you got like 10 losses, man. We ain't feeding you no baby lambs. We're
nah.
feeding
They
you
didn't.
to the lion.
Yeah, no, we got we see we're on Shloman and Shloman today on the Source Talk. Yo, they did not move him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they did not move him.
No.
See, that's a boxing term. If you ever hear that term, and you hear guys talking about boxing, and you come across people talking, and they say, "Oh, well, they're moving him." That
Yeah.
means that they are pretty much taking care of him. He's getting the right fights to make him look like something, and they have a plan for him.
Oh, it's listen, man. Boxing is the closest thing to gladiator sport. It's the closest
Yes,
thing. It's the
yes,
closest thing to the Roman days of the Roman Empire and the Colosseum. It's the closest thing, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're that gladiator coming up, they're gonna feed you the best food. They're gonna give you the best this. They're gonna give you the best that. That's why I keep telling people, boxing is a combat sport, and it wasn't made for being undefeated. It wasn't made.
nah.
It's
You
just
gotta
not there.
lose, man. You're gonna lose,
You
man.
have to.
You know what? It's so corny to me, man. That whole old thing, cause it's like God, yo, you get beat up in sparring. That's a loss. It's just nobody's there to witness it, and it's not goes on your record. But it's plenty of fighters that got shellacking in the gym, beat up. Sometimes even stopped. Sparring had to be stopped. That's a loss. You
You know
got
what, yo,
sent home.
look, it would have been great because I still haven't seen it ever done. It would have been great for a fighter just to take an L and be like, all right, I lost. Who cares? You think this shit is easy? I'm supposed to lose. I'm supposed to lose, bro. I
Yeah,
wish the
that'll be
fighter would have been
real.
like, I'm supposed to mop the floor with this dude. But guess what? My girl left me. It's the best piece of blah, 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 that I've ever had. And I got caught in my feelings.
Yeah, that'll be
And that's why
real.
I lost.
Nah, that would be dope, man.
Teofimo would have been like, yo, you know why I lost? Because I was supposed to bust this bum's ass. And I didn't
Yeah,
train right.
got caught slipping.
I got caught slipping. Fight me again,
Yeah,
and we're gonna see what happens.
yeah, got caught slipping.
You know what I'm saying?
Got,
How about if Mike Tyson would have just been like, yo, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I was having orgies with these Japanese women,
yeah,
and I was
man.
sniffing.
Yo, him and I don't know if you ever seen that story. Bobby Brown, they was partying, man.
Yeah,
The day
yeah,
before the fight, man. Man, Bobby Brown. I think Bobby Brown told that in the Bobby Brown story. It's
he
just
did.
something. He breaks it down, saying that he felt so responsible when Mike Tyson lost.
But it
That's
happens.
crazy. Wow.
It happens.
Mike Tyson was like, he was the equivalent of Lawrence Taylor on football on any given Sunday. But Mike Tyson was doing this fighting,
Come on,
fighting. He
come
was.
on.
It wasn't like all right, 4 snaps, all right, you're off the field. Yo, he was doing this fighting, man.
You know what I don't understand about people, man? You talk about Anthony Joshua, right? People are like, oh, he lost to Anthony Ruiz. Oh my god, oh my god. Just take 1 second. This dude went up against, even though he was faded, went to war with Klitschko.
Yeah,
Went to war with Klitschko, who was after Lennox, the
the
best
longest
heavyweight of
ran,
that
the
time.
longest reigning champion. Yeah,
Correct, correct.
yeah,
Went to war with Klitschko. War.
yeah. That's a
Got
fact.
up off the deck, didn't run around, didn't quit, and beat Klitschko. Right?
Mm, yeah,
To then come, like, maybe I don't know how many fights after, like maybe 5 or 6 fights, to lose to an Andy Ruiz.
yeah,
What's the moral of the story? My friends, this is combat sport. Things happen.
yeah.
What you only need to do is slip for 1 second. It's
That's it.
over. Yo, you know what that is to just think about it 1 second. You just fought Klitschko. You went to war with Klitschko. He could have quit. He could have laid right there on the canvas. Nobody would have said nothing because they went to war, him and Klitschko. Right or wrong?
Yeah, that's a fact. They wouldn't. You know why they wouldn't, have, man? heavyweight boxing is different, man. And that's why I love having you on, man. I think I just might have to become a regular every Sunday. You know, I love having you on because you said every time you go in that ring, you leave something in that ring.
That Teddy
Whether you
Atlas
are
said that.
whether you are knocked out or not,
Teddy Atlas said
you
that.
yes, you leave something in that ring. And look
Yeah,
what you just alluded to. He got dropped, got off of the mat, came back and won. But he got dropped. He left something in that ring, even though he won.
yeah. Yo, come on. You're telling me that a dude that went to a war with Klitschko lost to Andy Ruiz and just folded like a teddy bear against Usyk.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And I'm gonna tell
man.
you right now, Teddy Atlas had this fighter. His name was Tyrone, the Harlem Butcher. All right,
Okay.
Tyrone the Harlem Butcher. He was from Manhattan. All right, I think it was either 126 or 130. Tyrone the Harlem Butcher. He goes to Japan, and Tyrone the Harlem Butcher was supposed to win the title. He goes to Japan and he lost.
Mm,
And Teddy Atlas was talking about it. And he said, "Yo, Tyrone the Harlem Butcher had that fight. It was. He had it. But the day he stepped in that ring, his mind just fizzled out on him. They
yeah.
had to get they had to get Tyrone the Harlem Butcher a shrink to work on his
Wow.
mind. To
Wow.
work on his mind. And I'm
Wow.
not saying that he wasn't scared. He wasn't. It's just something. Everything was great. As soon as he stepped in that ring, something happened.
He won't blink. Yo, I'm glad you, man. That's why I love having you on the show. You just made me think about Oliver McCall. Remember Oliver McCall had the nervous breakdown?
Yeah,
Nervous
yeah,
breakdown in the fight.
yes, yes,
Started crying.
yes,
He was
yes,
the heavyweight champion.
yes, yes.
Man.
And you know what? I need you to I need you to find this out for me because I don't know. I need you to find this out. Maybe you know the answer right now. What's to say that a fighter gets let's say a fighter, let's say Jahi, he gets a cold, right? Because
Yeah.
that's one answer. But that's one question I could never answer because I didn't know. What do they do?
Oh, they still fight. Yo, Wilder fought I'm trying to think, man. He fought at the Barclays. It might have been Ben Stavern. Was it Stavern? It was somebody. Yeah, he had the full blown flu and
Mm.
fought, man.
Do they give him an IV? Is it like an IV
Nah,
or do
I
they?
don't think you can't get an IV. You can't get an IV. Yeah, you can't.
But
Cause
look.
you know why? You know why you can't get an IV? Because an IV is like used for rehydration, and that's
Ah,
illegal. That's illegal in boxing.
you see. Now, look, that's a question that I've always wanted answered, and you just answered it. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
what happens when you talk to people that know the game. Know the game.
yeah.
You got these podcasting dudes, man. They don't know their head from their asses, man.
Nah, man, they
They
don't know
don't know their head
nothing,
from
man.
their. They don't, yo, Max, chill, man. They don't know their head from their asses, and like I've always asked myself, like, if you got, you know what it is to have the flu, bro. You be like, yeah, I ain't going to work today.
Word,
I ain't going to work.
word. Man, that shit has you fucked up, man.
Yo, I ain't going,
Fucked
and you
up.
got to fight.
That's the crazy. Yo, listen, a flu is a virus that your body is trying to fight off, man.
Yo,
Yo, and you gotta fight, yeah.
yo. I
Well,
remember.
I think it was Ben Stavern. It was one of them, man. Because Wilder had a lot of fights at the Barclays. He had the flu bad.
That's why
Had the flu.
sometimes I got now that I'm older, I catch myself because I be talking. You get caught up being a casual. You talk shit about the fighter, blah 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 blah. Then I gotta catch myself like, yo, dude, listen, man. They do what they do, and you do what you do. And guess what I do? I'm only good for
Yeah,
talking. I'm only good for talking shit
yeah,
because they're the
yeah,
ones that are out there actually doing the work. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being a fanboy, talking doodle, which don't mean nothing. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? It don't mean
Nah,
nothing. You know, because they're
nah,
the dudes.
it does. It does. You don't realize, right? You're known on the YouTube circuit, man.
No, 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 no.
You,
What I'm trying to say is here we have sometimes me and the casuals. They start running their mouth, blah blah blah. When we don't even know. I'm talking about me because when I act like a casual, we don't even know what they're talking about. Because look what you
yeah,
just told me. You just told me, they got a flu. You got to ride that shit out. You don't even get an IV.
yeah. Nah,
But
you
Michael
don't, man.
Jordan didn't Michael Jordan get an IV when he when
Yeah,
he
see, yeah, but basketball, you know what I'm
there you
saying?
go.
It's basketball.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yo, football players, man, they get the cortisone shots, all kind of shit. Boxing, you said it best. It's gladiator, man.
Come
It's
on.
gladiator. You gotta go out there. It's
Yeah.
gladiator, man.
And you know what's crazy, man? Just check this out. As mad as I was, with Deontay Wilder, the way he was acting, now that the dust is settled, man, got no but love for the dude. Got
Yeah,
nothing
yeah,
but love for him. Nothing but
yeah,
love. Nothing but love, man. Nothing but love. And you know what? As much as a lot of people hate Teofimo right now, the dust is gonna settle, and the real fans are gonna know, it is what it is. It is what
yeah.
it is. You know what I'm saying? This chick put on a podcast this morning. Oh, a real champion is one that represents this and represents that and represent. You know what I told her? I go, yo, these are fighters, man. They're not running for president. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? These are fighters. They're not running for president. What's the name of the heavyweight? Damn it, I should know this. That everybody emulated that bad boy image. Um, Cassius Clay beat him. Oh my God, he was with the mob, the champion. Oh my God,
Oh, Sonny Liston.
there you go. You want to talk about a person that was the opposite of being politically correct? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I guess at the end of the day, I'm trying to say, yo, man, us as fans, man, we gotta chill, step back. We gotta praise these dudes. You know what I'm saying? Because it's their lives, their brains. Like, just imagine, man, for 12 rounds, somebody punching you in your face.
hmm
That's no joke, man.
It's crazy. It's crazy, man.
And
Crazy.
I gotta give a shout out to Kenyatta Harris. He told me one day, um, he's a well known trainer out here in Fox.
That name sounds familiar. I know Coach K. That's
Yeah,
Coach K from Far Rockaway. I
yep,
know, yo, you just said the name. I'm like, yeah, I know that name,
yeah.
man. That's
He looked at
Coach
me
K.
one day. He goes, "Yo, Ed, man, you gotta be crazy to do this shit."
Yeah,
He
yeah,
told
that's
me
just yo,
straight up. You
yeah,
gotta be. There's something wrong. Something mentally wrong has to be up in your head to actually do this.
yeah. All fighters. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? That's a
Yeah,
fact. That is a fact. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, man, you know what? As much as we get upset with these fighters, man, don't forget, man, we're paying to watch them. This ain't
yeah.
football. This ain't baseball. This is gladiator
Nah.
sport, and they're the ones coming out messed up. They're the ones
Yeah,
coming out messed up. Because you know what? We're talking about emotionally, physically, and mentally. And let's talk about how do you say his name? Joshua
Jahi. You got me saying
Vargas.
it. Huh?
What's it? Joshua?
Oh
Joshua
no.
Vargas?
Josue.
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 Yo,
Josue.
what Josue is going through right now, man. Yo, I wouldn't want to wish that on my worst enemy, man.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to wish that on my worst enemy. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna tell you something right now. If Josue was watching this, you know what I would tell him?
yeah.
I'm sorry that you lost. At the end of the day, somebody has to lose. But bro, let me tell you something, man. You made that highlight real. You made that highlight real. I'd rather watch the fight that you lost in than watch that Devin Haney performance.
Yeah,
Because my brother, yes, you did take a bad L. But yo, that shit was entertaining as hell.
yeah,
And at the end of the day, what did we say the boxing is? It's a sport. What is a sport?
yeah.
Sport is
Entertainment,
entertainment. Because
entertainment, man. That's
yo,
a
cause it
fact.
was when he got rocked into another planet. I know everybody was like,
Yeah.
God damn.
Oh man, yo, the hula theater was like, man,
You know what I'm
man,
saying?
yeah,
And if you
hula.
don't call that entertainment, man, I don't know what entertainment is. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact.
And
That's
we're
a
talking
fact.
about Joshua Vargas's mentals right now, man. I know right now that
Yeah,
that, that he,
I seen him on IG. He's in
he's
good
good.
spirits.
He's good.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Tiafimo's the one we need to worry about, man. Tiafimo's all over, man.
Teofimo was like a god. Teofimo was like, honestly, right now, other than Canelo,
Yeah,
and maybe Tyson Fury, who's hotter than him?
I know. I just been praying for that dude, man.
You know, he's always had family issues. He's because that's what he says. He always has family issues. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Uh, and that's why another thing, like we were so harsh on his dad, and I also said it, man, we were so harsh on his dad, and his dad did mess up. But at the end of the day, if it wasn't for his dad, we would have never had a Teofimo
at all.
because his dad was with him since day one. We're not talking
Yeah,
about the Teofimo. We're not talking about Shaquille O'Neal that his father came in the mix after he made. You know what I'm saying? Teofimo was there since day one, taking him to the Nationals and taking him here and taking him there. You know, so
yeah.
that's another thing, man. We got to be cognizant, man. We got to say, okay, he dropped the ball, but guess what? If it wasn't for Teofimo Senior, we would have never had a Teofimo
I
Junior.
know, I know. That's a fact. That's what yo, I was telling somebody that the other day, man. I was like, yo, everybody wants him to dump his dad, but at the end of the day, his dad is what got him there.
Come on, man.
They had one hiccup. That's his first loss, and now it's like throw your dad away. Why? That one hiccup. You have many hiccups in life.
How much did Teofimo make for that fight?
3.2, 3.1 in that ballpark.
All right, you know what? And I'm gonna ask you a question because you have your daughters, and I got my kids. Me personally, I wish I had a $3 million mess up in my kid's life. I
Word,
wish.
word, right, right,
Yeah,
right, word, right.
not
Hey,
most
yo,
people can say
hey, yo,
that.
listen, and not for nothing, you gotta put on top of what the 7 figures they got from Bud Light.
Yep, 100%,
So you
100%.
and then and see another thing what people don't fail to realize is right. That's like me or you right now, right?
Hmm.
Somebody coming to us, giving us $10 million,
Yep,
right? You get a check for $10 million.
yep.
You never seen that type of money,
Never,
right?
never.
Now all of a sudden you have $10 million, but you're supposed to go fight now. Meanwhile, you've been fighting your whole life, right? But now you got $10 million, right?
Yep.
You haven't even fought yet. You're like, damn, I got the most money I ever seen in my life. Now you have
Yeah.
the pressure of fighting,
A dude that
performing
you're
on
supposed to bust his
yeah,
ass.
performing on top of that. Like, all right, these people just cut me a check for 10 million. If
Yeah.
I win, I'm gonna get more money. But it's like, you don't know the weight of the world, like you just said, was on his shoulders.
Come on. I'll put it to you like this. Let's just say that Teofimo would have knocked out Cambosis, right? You know what we would have been talking about right now? We would have been laughing how Teofimo Sr. was drunk while he was
Oh
training him.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
How Teofimo Lopez Jr. is such a beast that his father could train him in the ring, give him instructions while he's drunk.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm telling you, sometimes certain stuff needs to happen, man.
Yeah,
It needs to
yeah,
happen, man.
yeah.
Cause like I said, I didn't go in hard on them like that. Cause I said, yo, man, his father needs help, man. Substance abuse is real.
100%.
It's
And you know
real.
what? Every time you see his father, he always got a cup in his hand.
Yeah,
He can't be that dehydrated because last time I checked, he's not a marathon runner. So
yeah, man.
you know,
Substance abuse is real, man.
yeah. I mean, yo, he was drunk. Clearly, he was drunk.
Man, he was on one, man. He was gone,
I don't
man.
know if he was riding the right horse. He was riding the white horse with a
Yo,
bottle
he
of
was
brass monkey. Ah,
he was gone, man. He was he wasn't in it. I'm telling you like this. He wasn't in his clear state of mind.
bro,
Put it that
he
way. He
he
was in
did
his New
some,
York state of mind.
yo. He did something that I've never ever seen a trainer do. You know what he did? After they said, seconds out, they're getting ready to go into the next round. He would turn around to the crowd and put his hands up. Yeah, he did
Yeah,
that. You
he
saw
was
that, right?
gone, bro. He was gone, man. Yeah, he was gone, man. He wasn't there, man. He wasn't there. Yeah, he was there, but he wasn't there. Like, yo, dog, you aren't in the crowd. You're giving it up like us, the spectators. Nah,
Yo,
you're on your job right now, my guy.
bro, but you just said it best. You said it best. You just got 10 million from Bud Light, right?
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
fighting
man.
you're fighting for like another 4 million, right?
Oh my
And on
God.
paper, you're fighting some bum that you're supposed to wax.
That you're supposed to beat, yeah.
So he was like, "Yo, this is easy work. Yo, this is easy." Oh, damn, I guess not. Oh, I messed up.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why people
Yeah.
are saying, and that's what I wanted to say. Teofimo Lopez is one of the few fighters of this day and age that I've heard say, "Yo, as soon as that bell rings, I'm coming after him. I'm going to jump on him." Not a lot of champions say that and actually live up to it. I mean, he jumped on Cambosis, jumped on him
Yeah, yeah. He tried to take him out.
because he didn't want to be there. He's like, yo, let's get out of here. And
Yeah,
it because you know what? You figure the cutting weight was an issue. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That because a lot of people don't understand when you're cutting weight, man, and your body's really is not uh, uh built for that weight anymore. The longer that the fight lasts, the more drained you're gonna be. It just your body's gonna just start shutting down. Your
yeah,
body and your body and I'm not taking anything away from Cambosis, man, because everybody's gonna be like, oh, you're a hater, you're a hater. No, man, just look at the dude. Look at the dudes. Look at Cambosis' record. Look at Cambosis' record and look at Teofimo's record. Teofimo only has one blemish. He was bust on through everybody. He was even bust. He bust on for 7 rounds. He was busting Lomo. Am I lying?
yeah, yeah. And then ran out of gas.
Yeah. You
Then
know what I'm
ran out
saying?
of gas.
So you look at that pedigree. You look at all that information, right? And then you look at Cambosis, and you're gonna the answer is right there, bro. The answer is right there. The answer
Yeah,
is right there. You know what I'm saying?
that's
The
a
answer
fact.
is right there. And 9 times out of 10, the answer will always be in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Why
Yeah,
did people are gonna be like, so then tell me. People will be like, so then tell me why Joshua folded against Andy Ruiz. Okay, guess what? It was all that money. It was all that money.
oh, and
It
the
was a
press.
silk.
He's another one that caught stage fright at Madison Square Garden. You know that was his first fight outside of the UK.
Yeah, sold out. He sold
Yeah,
out the garden.
yeah. He caught
Sold it
stage fright.
out.
He caught stage fright big time.
He sold out the garden.
Yeah,
Sold it out. You know what I'm
big
saying? You
big
know how
time.
hard that is to do? To sell out the
Yeah,
garden? Especially when you're a foreigner? Come on, man.
yeah, big
Come on.
time.
Come on, man. You know, I feel that I honestly feel that Anthony Joshua just has a lot of not mental issues like Ryan Garcia mental issues. I just feel like he's I don't know. I guess he loses focus. He loses
Yeah,
focus. You know,
he
and
does.
he loses focus because the man that fought Klitschko is not the same man who fought Andy Ruiz, and the man who fought Klitschko is not the same man who fought Usyk.
And then you gotta think too with him, right? Not for nothing. The man, he's been like he's been boxing for so long, right?
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
For so long that it's like and he's got so much money off of endorsements. He has to deal with Under Armour.
Yep,
I think Under Armour damn near gave him like 30 million.
yep,
So it's like when you got a $30 million endorsement, then you're making. He's always on the Forbes list.
yeah.
It's like,
And you
man,
know what?
it's hard. What's the saying that rest in peace Marvel Hagler had? It's hard to be
Waking up,
hungry when you're waking up on silk
silk
sheets.
pajamas, silk
Yep.
pajamas and silk
Silk
sheets. Yeah,
pajama and silk sheets.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no doubt. And you know what the people think? People love this is the word, the saying that they have. Yo, back in the days, fighters were so much tougher. My friend, back in the days, everybody was tougher. You had no choice. You had no choice. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't call in sick. Here we go. Here we go back to the flu. You couldn't call in sick because you had the flu. You had to put food on that table. You had no choice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why fighters were tough back in the day because they didn't have a choice. They had no choice. Back in the day, there was no choice. They're like, yo, that's who you're gonna fight. That's who you're fighting. This is the date. I don't care if you're the A side, the B side, the C side. I own you, and that's what you're gonna do. Am I right? Am I wrong?
That's the fact. You had to do what you had to do.
That's right.
Take it
That's
or
right.
leave it.
You had no
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah. Take it
Come
or
on.
leave it.
And people look at Roberto Duran. Yo, Roberto Duran, he was a monster, but yo, bro, he wasn't running
Yeah.
his career. Roberto Duran wasn't calling shots. If Roberto Duran would have been calling shots, he would have never fought Sugar Ray Leonard so quick in that rematch.
Nah, at all.
You know what I'm
At all.
saying?
At
Come on,
all.
man. That's why. Listen, man. Fighters nowadays, they have choices. They have choices. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They can say, like, I don't need this shit. I don't need this shit. I'm not gonna freaking be a vegetable. I got Under Armour. How much did Under Armour giving him Anthony Joshua all this money?
All that money, man.
Come on,
All that money.
you
And
know,
and he's like, heavyweights make the most money. So
100%.
it's like dude been sitting on millions. Man, yo, remember they offered Wilder 50 million for the fight, man. So that just lets you know the type of money Anthony Joshua was seeing. If they want to give Wilder 50 million, he turned it down.
I'm telling you.
So it's like dude was so paid and paid. So it was like that's why he had that mental lapse against Andrew Ruiz,
Yup,
and then
yup.
he had another one against Usyk. But it's like he's not hungry no more, man.
Nope, nope.
He's not
Now,
hungry.
now you know what? I think he's fighting for. He's not. I don't think he's fighting for money. I think right now the only thing he's fighting for is legacy.
Yeah,
He got the money.
yeah,
He got the money.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't care what anybody says, man. What's the difference between 50 million and 100 million? Ain't no difference, man.
No,
At the end
no.
of the day, you got a lot of damn money. That's it.
A lot of money. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, you know what I'm saying? You're good. So right now, the only thing he's fighting for is legacy. It's
When when
whether
when 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 you got that type of money, like you just said, 50, 100 million, you can't even really spend it fast enough.
no,
Especially when
no.
you're a fighter like him and you're constantly training, you're constantly doing this. So you're not really getting a chance to enjoy your money.
And
You might,
another
you
thing
might,
is,
you might have the cars and stuff like that, but you're driving that. He's not going on no
no,
exotic trips.
he don't do that. He
He's
said it.
not doing that. Yeah, yeah, he's not living. So
Nah, he
maybe
said
that's what he wants to do. He wants to live a little.
he's
You see our boy. We talk about EBZ the rapper. He
yeah,
like he got a taste of that, and he's not a fighter no more, man.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But look, he says that he doesn't even walk around with an entourage. He's like, yeah, I don't do
Nope.
none of that stuff.
Nah.
I don't do none of that. I either no entourage, no nothing.
Nah.
They said that he has a Range Rover. That's his only car, if I'm not mistaken, or or one of the few cars. He doesn't have a lot of cars, and he said that the only reason why he has a Range Rover is because he Range Rover sponsors him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He got an endorsement deal with them. Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
yo, Deontay Wilder lives a way more
Oh yeah,
extravagant life
yeah,
than him.
yeah,
Way more, way more,
100%, 100%,
way more, way more,
100%, 100%, 100%. You know,
way
uh,
more.
he spends money. Deontay spends money like there's no tomorrow.
Nope.
You know,
Yeah.
and let me ask you a question because it came up today, and I kind of pissed me off. This dude had the nerve to say that the heavyweight division hasn't been this bad in so long. And I flipped out because I still stand by what I said. I've said it before and I'll say it again. In my eyes, this heavyweight division is the second best heavyweight division in the history. And I know people are like, what did he just say? I said in the history of the heavyweight division. The second best. The first best is Muhammad Ali. The
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali era is the best era ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
It was like a you had the Mike Tyson,
Mike Tyson,
Then Lennox,
Lennox
Holyfield,
Lewis,
Riddick
Lennox Lewis,
Bowe.
Lennox Lewis didn't have the fighters that Ali. He didn't have the opponents that Ali had, nor did he have the opponents that Wilder has now and that Fury has now. And a lot of people don't understand what I'm trying to say. Lennox was so much better, right? Lennox was so much better than his opponents, right? That made the heavyweight division weak. You know what I mean? Because when Lennox was champion, who did you have? Who was supposed to be a big test for him? The kid from Brooklyn. What's his name? Oh my God.
Oh, Riddick Bowe.
No, not Ricky Ball. Because he never fought. He never fought Ricky Ball.
Oh, you talking about
Shannon
from
Briggs.
Brooklyn, Shannon
Shannon
Briggs.
Briggs.
That was. Remember they fought in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
Shannon Briggs had him out for a second.
Yes.
That
Yes.
was yo. He's still big Shannon Briggs up to this day. Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
that
So
was a good
now
fight.
Shannon Briggs was like his big, like out of the from 1 to 10 was one of his biggest tests. Who else did he have? He fought Holyfield when Holyfield was already like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
I say this is the second best because I'm gonna tell you why. Because you look from 1 to 10, right? From the champions all the way down to 10, you can't say to yourself who's gonna be left standing. You can't.
Who's the most dominant too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can't. And that's what makes
Yeah.
the division the best. Because I tell people all the time, in order for you to be the GOAT, It's not what you've done. It's what you've done against people. You know what I mean? Muhammad Ali is the best fighter ever because he fought George Foreman, because he fought Kenny Norton, because he fought Joe Frazier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those guys would have been champions, world champions forever in any other era. In any other era. You know what I mean? Right now, Tyson Fury, and even though he's beaten Deontay Wilder, those were fights that you never really knew what the hell was going to happen.
Yeah.
They were close fights. With Joshua, you don't know what type of Joshua you're going to get, right?
No.
From 1 to 10, it really is a toss-up. It's a toss-up. It is a toss-up. My question to you is, can you see that or no?
And not only is it a toss up, it's like with the heavyweights now, like you said, it's more competitive.
Yeah,
It's more
100%.
competitive, man. Because
What?
you got King Kong Ortiz. You got heavyweights.
Yes.
Like for a good stretch, it was just Lennox Lewis dominated. Then it was the Klitschko brothers, and it was nobody.
Nobody. It was nobody.
Nobody.
Now you're gonna tell me that this dude got knocked out by Povetkin. What's his name?
Oh, Dillian White.
When did you ever think that?
Yeah,
Got
yeah.
put out, and then he came back. He came back and he knocked out Povetkin.
And knocked him out. Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? But what I'm trying, this is, and there's another time that the heavyweight division was on fire, but they weren't champions. HBO, it was HBO, and HBO had, what was the name? Lance Whitaker. You remember Lance Whitaker?
Mount Whitaker. Mount Whitaker.
Yes. They had
Mount
Mount
Whitaker.
Whitaker.
Yeah.
They had Mount Whitaker. That was
Oh,
also, they had a other dude from Europe, Maskayev. Remember Oleg Maskayev?
yeah, yeah. Because Lord of the Rings just joined us now.
All hail to the gods. All hail
Here,
to the gods.
what's going on, E?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We was talking about Mount Whitaker. Remember Mount Whitaker?
Of course.
Yeah, yeah. Mount Whitaker. You had Oleg Maskayev. You
Yes.
had the dude that also beat. I'm catching a lot of brain farts today. He beat Lennox Lewis. What was his name? Hasim Rahman.
I seen Rockman.
And then
Yeah.
you had another dude. Was it Derek? Was it Derek Jefferson?
Yeah, Derek. Shout out to him. Yeah, he was doing bad. Like he had caught
No,
COVID. I
get out
think
of
he
here.
I think he's doing better now. Yeah, he had got sick bad, man.
Derek
Yeah,
Jefferson was doing. What was that
yeah.
fight?
That's the one he caught my man with the hook and knocked him out. He was losing, and he caught him with the hook and
Yeah,
flatlined him on HBO on boxing after dark.
that's
Yeah,
right.
Boxing after
I,
dark.
I remember that lucky hook.
Yeah. What was the fight?
Heavyweight.
What was the fight that he hurt his ankle? He couldn't fight. Was it Oleg Maskayev? You remember that?
Yeah,
Nah. I think that was it might have been what's that Lennox Lewis? It
No.
was
it
he
wasn't.
fought who was it, man? I remember who you saying he had to quit
Yeah,
because of
he was
cause his,
hopping.
cause his,
Yeah.
cause his ankle.
Now,
Damn.
now that time, that run in boxing, even though they were champions, fire,
Yeah.
fire.
Now it was some heavyweights.
Ooh,
Heavyweight boxing was alive.
they were just clipping each other.
And nobody jumped.
Yeah,
You
it
know,
was.
Hell no.
Yeah, it was alive and well. That's a fact, man.
nobody
Yeah.
jumped.
Hell yeah. Who? Oh, it was Hasim Rahman. Remember when Hasim Rahman knocked out Oleg Maskayev?
Yeah, I remember the cry, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember?
Yeah.
Remember he stood there and cried in the ring.
Yeah, Oliver McCall.
Oh,
Yeah,
but that,
he had the nervous breakdown. We was talking about him earlier.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
he convulsions. I don't know what happened with him, man.
yeah,
He was Mike Tyson's like what, chief sparring partner?
Yeah,
yeah.
number
They
one.
said didn't they say that he put Mike Tyson on his ass, dropped him on his ass too?
Yeah, but that's a myth, man.
Okay.
That's a myth.
Okay.
So I haven't discussed how y'all feel about last night.
Yeah. We Devin Haney, excellent boxing skills.
No
No
power.
power, man. He's going to have a problem
He's
when he
gonna.
goes up against some of the other elites.
That's an actual fact. You hear me?
Enjoy it. He can enjoy it because he's not going to be around long.
He's
And
gonna have I'm gonna tell you, when he faces a guy that is similar to him, but that could turn it up and put their foot on the gas and mash somebody out as like a Shakur Stevens or a Tank Davis, he's in trouble.
You ready for this? You know what? Remember when I told you earlier that they're comparing him to Paulie Malignaggi? You know what?
Yeah,
You can't compare him to Paulie Malignaggi because Paulie Malignaggi had an iron. My man had an iron jaw.
yep.
Yo, you
yeah,
can hear Paulie
Grenite,
Malignaggi. He fought Miguel Cotto with a broken jaw,
Grenite, yeah, a
and he had a
Grenite
heart.
chin,
But
yeah.
listen, I wanna tell both of y'all and the world. The first thing I would do when Diaz rest up is get him in the gym and show him how to cut the ring off on the fighter. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do
If
not
he would have if he would have fought more fights how he did in the 12th round, he would have been straight, man.
he was too busy chasing Haney. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, instead of
Haney,
cutting the ring off.
Haney's too quick for him. That's why he was moving on him like that. Feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Facts.
Now, once you cut the ring off on him, he stepped to his left, you step to your right. You understand what I'm saying? He can't
Yeah.
go nowhere.
Right.
Facts.
That
Facts.
was that was the problem with Diaz last. You know, he was trying hard, but he wasn't doing enough, man. You
He
know,
Correct.
wasn't doing he wasn't doing it right.
Yeah.
word.
He was
Yeah.
not doing it right. He was he was and a lot of that comes with your training, man. And
Of
they he's an Olympian, man. So he should have knew better. He should have he should have knew better, man.
Corner was not in his space telling him bluntly what to do, what is going wrong.
Right.
No,
You
no,
have to be able to show these fighters how to adjust, man, when things go wrong.
Yep.
yeah,
Man,
yeah.
I mean, like it don't make no sense, man.
It
But
Yeah.
don't.
Devin Haney's gonna run.
Yo,
Devin Haney's gonna run into the boxer with the power. He's gonna get knocked
oh,
out.
he's gonna get clipped, man. Yo, listen,
You know,
I shook it up when I reposted that Tank Davis, what's his name? I said, this is what Tank is gonna do to him. I said, Tank. They're like, oh, Tank will pick him apart. I'm like, yo, everybody picks Tank apart. That's
Yeah.
Tank's style. He walks through the fire to unleash the fire,
you gotta
and
Yep.
make
and it shows. Devin Haney, he gets hit with fire. He
all
gets
the
hit
time,
with fire.
all the
Yeah,
time.
word. Jojo Diaz was unleashing on him. He
Oh,
just didn't know how to, like Lord of the Rings said, cut the ring off and have effective pressure throughout the night.
word is bond. And look,
Yep.
another downfall Devin Haney he got. He's too busy trying to fight like Floyd with dropping that left hand.
We said that. Yo, go in, go in. I'm gonna let you go. Go,
He's gonna
go
go
in.
with that straight right or that right hook, and he's going out, man. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Cause you do that shit with me, I'm putting you down, man.
Facts.
I'm putting you down. I see your flaws. He drops his left hand too entirely, and his father ain't no damn trainer. What the hell was he talking about, man?
nah,
Yeah.
at all.
His father's a music exec. You need to stick
Yeah.
with that, man. You
Yeah, he
understand?
don't. Yeah, listen. He all he know what he does. He hires trainers.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
Ben Davis, Mickey Ward,
right.
and then he pays them, but they can't really say nothing. He runs the corner, but they are the ones really running the corner. But he's
He said,
Hollywood, all
hey,
gimmicks.
look, man. All this love and passion, man, these are bouts, man, we talking about, man. What's right has to be done right. You can't be sitting around waiting on this to happen or this to happen. You got to make it happen, man. Feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Facts.
Devin Haney's father, man, he needs to step back and just let him get some real trainers, man, because he wasn't telling him the proper things last night. You know?
You know what they need to do? What these dudes need to do is they need to take it back to Papa De La Hoya. Where did you see Papa De La Hoya with his nice suit, sitting front row?
chilling. Yeah, chilling.
And then he would, after the fight, supposedly he would tear into Oscar.
Right.
You
Stop
know,
talking to your son's trainer. This is emotions and things of this nature that's involved with this situation. You know what I'm saying? Stop doing that, man. Let the proper people teach you, man, and keep going, man.
because they want the spotlight. They want the spotlight.
You had a
Yeah,
spot. You don't need to be in your son's face in that
You
corner.
shouldn't.
nope,
He's the one
at
taking the
all.
punches. He's the one taking the punches, not the pops.
Right.
You know.
And now you see him get hit upside the head too hard. Now you going through emotions. You
Yeah.
feel?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, like, this is business, not pleasure.
at
You know what?
all.
I think I guess the biggest unicorn in boxing history when it comes to fathers that didn't know what the hell they was doing was what was he? The super middleweight from England. What was his name? He beat Roy Jones. He beat Calzaghe. Calzaghe's father.
Joe Calzaghe.
Was it Enzo? Enzo Calzaghe?
Oh, his father?
Yeah, his father. His father
Yeah,
was a musician.
Enzo. Yeah, Enzo.
Enzo was a musician, and he picked up training Joe through magazines and watching videos.
Look at that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Fact.
saying? But that's one of the one in a million. One in a million. He's
Yeah.
a unicorn. And
Yeah.
mind you, he never trained anybody else that I
That's
know
it.
of. I could be wrong.
This is son. Nah. This is son. That's a fact.
You know?
That's a fact.
Come on. You know,
That's a fact.
this is
So tonight, Tank is gonna go out and do what he normally do. He's gonna get hit upside the head, then he's gonna knock him out.
Yeah. That's what he does. That's what he's an ape. He's a little gorilla ape. Fighting other apes.
He got
That's exactly what he's gonna do.
right
He's
now.
yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
yo, let me ask you something.
He fights like the juggernaut. He's
Wait.
gonna go out there on his juggernaut shit. He's gonna take a couple shots. That shit's gonna give him the momentum that he needs, and then he's gonna run through something.
Yo, you know what?
You're gonna turn into the Hulk.
Yeah.
Yo, am I right to say this? He's the second coming of Aaron Pryor.
Yeah, that's what he is. He got that Diddy bop, that like that, taking boom, 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 taking a shot, and then he unloads. Yeah.
He is the second coming of Aaron Pryor. The Hawk.
Yeah. And then he unloads, yo. I'm telling you, yo, dudes got mad at me. I said, he will knock Devin Haney out. They're like, Devin Haney beat him up in sparring. I'm like, Tank always gets beat up in sparring, man. But when they put on the 8-ounce and 10-ounce gloves, it's a different ball game.
Totally different.
It's a different ball game.
Them 8 ounces feel like you don't have nothing on.
Nothing.
You know what it is? It feels like with Tank, when he's sparring, he's chilling. But once like the bright lights come in, all those pain and tribulations that he went through in B-More comes out on the opponent. Like he's like, yo, my mother was on drugs. All the pain he went through, that's when he comes out. That's like a true gladiator.
Yeah.
Look, I done been in situations in the gym with Tank, and one thing I noticed about him, he don't like getting hit, and he don't know how to box going backwards.
Yeah.
A lot of prize fighters eat, and my Jack don't know how to box going backwards.
Right.
Yeah.
They spend too much time pulling their head back.
Yep.
Listen, when the fighter's wrestling you, you got to move side to side.
Yeah, you gotta turn.
Boom. As you're going backwards, boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not this.
Yeah.
Nah, not doing all this. That's how you get knocked out.
Right.
You understand?
That's a fact, man.
A lot of fighters got to learn how to box going backwards. Feel me?
That's fact. That's fact.
Oh no.
Tonight's a big night, man. Tonight's a big night for boxing, man. Depending on how these numbers go, it might be a shift. It might be, big fights are gonna be on Sundays now.
I know that. And everybody was thinking the fight was last night. I was like, why would they have these two fights on the same night?
Nah, not at all. Yeah.
Especially with two fighters that might fight each other.
I know.
Oh man. Yeah. Forget about it.
Hey, my Jack, who gonna be at the Garden next week?
Richard Comey and your boys headlining. Vasily Lomachenko.
Lomo's at the Garden?
Yeah, they headlining. Yeah.
I got my favorite. I'm coming through.
And the undercard is Jared Big Baby Anderson. I forget he's fighting like a Poland European dude.
Okay.
Then you got Xander on the undercard. You got Nico Ali, Muhammad Ali's grandson.
This is only his third fight though. They got
Yeah. Now they moving him. They building him off of the legacy. Then you got the Davis brothers, Keyshawn Davis, Calvin Davis, and you got Michael Williams Jr. fighting too.
That's my homegirl Wanda from Enville. Those are sons. The Davis
Who?
brother.
The Davis brothers?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. They all be in town. They be here Tuesday.
Their moms is from Amityville, but they from Virginia when she moved down there, whatever. But nah, that's my people.
To Alexandria,
Yo,
Virginia. Yeah.
Big Baby's back.
Nah,
No,
not that big baby. The other big baby,
not the
Jared
drug.
Oh,
Anderson.
okay. Got you.
Yeah, yeah, Jared Anderson.
No, not the drug addict. We talking.
Man.
We talking about the other big baby that's coming.
Yeah. I got
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. But
Man.
yeah,
But
it's
you know
on.
what? We were saying I was telling Shaw that the undercard tonight is gonna be no joke, man, with
Who's that?
Tank
Adames,
Davis.
and Derenchenko.
Yeah, that's a good fight,
Who do
man.
you like? Who do you like in that one, Shaw?
Ah, I want to see what Dermachenko got left, man. After that Charlo loss, man. You
Right,
know he been in a couple wars now, man.
right.
I'll take.
Triple G, Danny Jacobs, Charlo takes a lot out of you. I want to see what he looks like. I'm gonna go with him off of experience. But if he loses,
I'm gonna go with
remember what I said. He got a lot taken out of him, man.
Lord, who you going with?
the dominance.
Adames?
Yeah,
Okay. Why?
I like the way he be poised, the way he put things together.
Okay. Okay, because a lot of people wrote him off because of that fight with Teixeira.
You can't write a fight off because of one fight, man. You feel what I'm saying? Why do you think?
Yeah,
Look, why do you think he was the greatest?
That's right.
He was the greatest because he lost. We gained the championship. Lost.
came
We championship.
came back and got
That's
back
why.
to the mountaintop. Yeah,
You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
came
So
back and got back to the
you
mountaintop.
can't you can't write a fighter off. Look at how many losses Sugar Ray Robinson had.
Yep.
You feel what I'm saying?
100%.
Yo, come on,
100%.
man. I tell you, you cannot judge a fighter off his record.
I got a
Nah,
question for you. What do we have to do, or what needs to be done so we don't focus so much on these O's, these
Well,
undefeated, like you know what I'm saying? What do we have to do? What does boxing have to do so you know?
I'm gonna tell you what needs to be done. The moment more champions are champions and they're not undefeated champions, all that shit's gonna go out the window.
Oh, yo, I'm sorry to cut you guys off. This is me being a fanboy right now, right? Chad Dawson. What do you guys think?
He
He
is
was good. He
he
was
was all
good.
right.
Huh?
He
He
was
was,
good. He
he
was
was
good. He never
He's fighting
recovered
better.
from that. He never
He's fighting.
recovered from that ass whooping he got from Andre Ward.
right.
He's fighting better beef. No, they're not Chad Dawson. The dude from Staten Island. What's his name?
You talking about he's about to get stopped, man. You talking about he's talking about we was
Marcus
talking about
Brown.
him the other day. Marcus
Marcus
Brown,
Brown.
Lord, of the Rings. He's about
Oh,
to get knocked out, man.
oh
He's a,
man.
he's about to get knocked out, man.
Yeah, he's gonna get his head put out.
Yo, he's not. He's not
Yo,
with.
that's not. Yeah, he's with Derrick James. That's not this Friday. It's next Friday,
Do
the
we know
18th.
why? Do we know why he left?
Gary Starks
Starks.
and
Yeah.
and Andre. Nah, he's just moving. He's living in Dallas. You know what? To be honest with you, that might be good for him. Because remember when he was living up here, he was getting in all kind of domestic disputes
Domestic.
with his
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that's good. But as far as trainer wise, Derrick James ain't doing shit for him, man. I'm gonna say it, and people ain't gonna like that I say it. Yo, Derrick James is not an elite trainer. He
Right.
had two good elite fighters
Right.
that he didn't really add on to, especially the Charlo brother. That's Ronnie Shields' fighter.
Right.
Ronnie Shields got him to the title fight, basically. And then Derrick James was handed the keys to Mercedes Benz and said, you know what? I don't want this car no more. You can have it.
Right. Right. So he stands no chance against Better Beef.
Benavidez, yeah, he could box him,
Who?
but Marcus Brown, listen, he could box him, right? But will he have enough fire to
Marcus
keep
Brown.
a dragon up off him?
He's not going 3 rounds with Better Beef.
Yeah, this is the sauce. Yeah, we keep it
That's
raw and uncut.
what I tell y'all.
I believe that.
He's not going 3 rounds with Better Beef.
This is the sauce, man.
Oh
Raw, man.
man.
Listen, but he got a valid point, man. Yo, Benavidez is like 16-0. 16 knockouts.
Yo,
Nobody goes the distance with him, man.
concrete. Watch what I tell you.
Yeah, he stops everything, man. You see, Canelo didn't try to fight him, man.
Yo,
That fight was available for Canelo to make history.
man.
Canelo said, "Nah,
Look,
I'm gonna jump over you and go
right,
fight the cruiserweight."
right.
Yeah, better be cemented himself when he beat Teddy Alice's boy. What's it called? They call him the Nail. What the hell's his name?
Yeah, knocked him out, man.
Yeah.
Listen,
He stopped him.
Yep.
he might ruin Marcus Brown's career, man.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah,
I know.
yeah, that's a
I
fact, man.
know winners. I know winners.
Yo, that's a fact.
Yo,
Yo,
yo, yo,
yo, hey,
E,
yo. Marcus Brown had a questionable chin since my man he was on steroids, but he exposed his chin, man. Gene Pascal, man.
yeah.
Would you say that Beterbiev is the most feared fighter right now?
One of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the light heavyweights, yeah,
One of them. He's
he's different, yo.
faster than him.
Yeah.
He's different, yo.
Yo, E, back to that question you asked about what do we need to do with the boxing situation?
Yeah.
What really needs to be done is a real coalition that really enforces. If this fight, like the Bud Spence fight that was supposed to happen, regardless of anything, it has to happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's what needs to be done, man. Not no paying under the table, because you're supposed to defend the title every 90 days when you're a champion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
And that's not happening. Motherfuckers be holding the belt 2-3 years, don't defend them all right.
Yeah.
Forever, ever.
Yeah, all right. Fuck paying the sanctioning fees. No, we're worried about these fights that's supposed to happen, that has to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Now let me ask. So let me ask you a question. Now, you're undisputed. You're the undisputed champion, right?
Right.
So that means you got to pay a sanctioning fee for every single belt.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So why the hell would I want to be an undisputed champion?
Yeah. Yeah. You see what Floyd did? Floyd got told like fuck the belt. Once his name was big where it was at, you make money off your name. The belts
Yeah.
you paying every time you fight, right? Like the IBF, right? You might have to pay the IBF $200,000.
Word, just to fight.
You know what I'm saying? 200,000.
You're only getting $1.6 million for the fight.
Yeah.
So if you're undisputed, you're getting peanuts.
Yeah. Nah. It goes off. It goes off of what the fight too. So
Yeah.
if you making like say them dudes is making if you fighting a $10 million fight, you might be paying the IBF or the WBC $500,000 to $1 million.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Jesus.
They all eat, man. I'm telling you, it's legal. It's a legal extortion, whatever you want to call it, legal hustle.
So you know
Wow.
what? So Teofimo Lopez's dad said that he should have just now that you guys are telling me this, because you know what? That's a question that I've always wanted answered. Like, how much do sanction fees actually cost? So Teofimo Lopez Sr. should have did what he thought of. He said, you know what we should have done? Just drop all the belts and just jump
Yeah,
up to
vacated the
welterweight.
belt, then won up. Yeah, miss weight. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he should have done.
Fuck what you should have done. It's too late for all that. What you should have done is guide your son to a victory, but you got it into an ass whooping.
True.
So fuck all that. What we should have done.
True.
You
Now,
had your chance.
My bad. I want to check on my dog. She was too quiet outside.
Lord, let me ask you a question. Do you remember a fighter by the name of Tyrone the Harlem Butcher?
Of course.
Now, he was with Teddy Alice, right?
Right.
Now, Tyrone the Harlem Butcher Jackson, right? Was that his name? Tyrone Jackson? Tyrone the Harlem Butcher Jackson?
Yeah, I think that, Jackson. But I remember the Butcher. I remember that dude.
Yeah, he's from Manhattan. I remember hearing a story that I was telling Suace that when he went to Japan, he got his ass whooped and he was supposed to beat that boy for the title. And Teddy Alice said that they had to send him to a shrink. Not because he was scared or whatever, but he said that, he could have been on fire. And as soon as he stepped in that ring, something didn't click.
See, that's why I tell you. It's 90% mental, 10% physical.
Right.
This is
Right.
it's a mental thing. All how you think. Yo, E, anything in life is winning is how you think.
Correct.
It's how you think.
Correct.
So when you're in there, see, like I told Jack Sauce, I told him that that ring is a math class. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You do your homework, study your notes, then you can solve your math problem. That's your opponent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if you're trying to cheat on the test, that's when you're gonna fail the test. You're gonna lose.
Okay.
You feel
Now
me?
let me ask you a question. From your standpoint, you're a trainer, right? Your fight is undisputed. He's on top of the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, monetarily, most of the times you're not gonna leave the fighter because you know that's a paycheck, correct?
Right.
In Teofimo Senior Lopez's case, let's just say Junior wasn't motivated. What would have done? What do you do?
For Lopez,
Yeah.
after this loss and all that.
No, I'm talking about before. I'm talking about during the training, all the distractions that the fight is off, blah 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 blah. Like you know what I'm saying? Or everything, the fight being on, the fight being off.
Right.
Fighting what he thought was a lesser opponent.
Right. And he slept on him. See that? Look, that was the main thing about it. His father added on to the fire, being an asshole.
Yeah.
Sleeping
Yeah.
on Camboso. You understand?
Right.
Yeah. Getting them ant, man.
Right. And instead of pulling him to the side, like, look, I need you to be prepared for this. I don't need all that old rantics and antics. I don't want to hear that shit. Look,
Right.
we're not looking past this dude. This dude can fight, man. You got to go out there and do what must be done, man. You know,
Right.
you calm your ass down, man. Matter of fact, you three, y'all got to get up out of here, man. You know, I just thought, I would have changed up on him. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Immediately.
Right.
But no, his father's cheerleading with him. Oh yeah, and he did kick his father's ass. Yeah.
You know, it's alcoholic, man. The life of the party.
That was the plague right there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
There was no need for the disrespect and all that. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? And look, he answered it by whooping his son's ass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I want to ask you the question because I asked the question before I asked Shah. I want your insight on it. Your insight. I said that it bothers me when I see these fighters sparring with amateur headgear, that they should be using the full face. How do you feel about that?
All the time. But a lot of them, like my friend Eric Moon, he not real comfortable with the full face. But I'm like, yo, it's good, man. It's for protection, man. You know what I'm saying? You just got to get used to it, man. Especially if you're getting ready to fight, man. Keep the full joint on, man.
So what is the reason that these trainers nowadays are always into like, no, he's going to train with the amateur headgear?
Because these are celebrity trainers.
Right.
All they're concerned with is a check. They're not concerned about their fighter going out there winning. They're me, this is in my chest, man. You feel me? Like me winning is you winning, and this is what I want.
Right.
I'm not trying to send nobody out there to get embarrassed.
Yeah.
I want you to go out there and do what must be done. Do what we've been building about for the last 8 weeks.
Right.
Constantly. What did I tell you? As soon as that bell ring, what? That stick in his face, right?
Yeah.
Flinch more, right? Boom, boom. Set him up. Boom. Okay, double up. Boom, boom. What I told you. You understand what I'm saying? Hook off the jab. Okay, look. All right, he's moving around too fast right now. Don't chase him. Cut the ring off. When he goes to the left, you step to your right and shoot the straight right on him. It's things how you got to get this fighter together with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know how to do it.
Right. Now, because I was in Freeport. I was in the Freeport boxing gym with Joe Higgins.
Downstairs in the basement.
No. With Joe Higgins, Freeport boxing.
Oh, well, it used to be down in the basement.
It's by the park now.
Okay.
It's in the park. So I'm over there with my son, and I don't want to mention the kid's name, but the kid that we're talking about, he was ranked. He's ranked in the country. The kid is nice with it. Always used to spar with the amateur headgear. And on this day, he was sparring a man. I mean, they were going to war, right? So me and my son, we leave, we get in the car, and he's like, he says his name, blah, 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 blah. It was acting kind of weird. He was acting kind of weird in the locker room. I said, what are you talking about? He was like, yo, you stuttering. my man, I told my son, "What are you talking about, bro? I don't." He's like, "Nah, he was stuttering." And then he says that he didn't feel right. And so I told my son, I was like, "See, that's the shit that bothers me, man. You got these young kids, bro. These young kids are 18 years old, fighting, sparring men with amateur headgear. For what reason? I don't know if the trainer wants to make them tough."
First of all, why are you feeding a fish to a shark? You know what I'm saying? Look. If this is a grown man, what am I putting this teenager in there with him for? For what? For what? To get him hurt?
Yeah.
Nah. We gonna do this accordingly. How old is he? 18. How old are you? He 19. Y'all gonna get in there. Y'all the same weight class.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna do that.
But you know what it is?
You 26. I got somebody for you. You understand what I'm saying?
You know what it is? That some of these trainers be like, "Oh, that's how you make them tough, man. Steel sharpen steel."
That's how you get him hurt, and that's how you shy him away from the sport.
Yup. And then all of a sudden, you know what? We're talking about a great career. Now we shot.
Just because you threw him out there to the wolves like that.
Yup.
And you know what I'm saying? That's not how you do that, man. You know,
Yep.
You got to sit back. If you're really analyzing your fighter, you know what I'm saying? That's why it's the difference between a trainer and a teacher. If you're really analyzing your fighter, you see his mistakes inside the ring.
Tell me what's the difference between a trainer and a teacher? Because I don't know.
A trainer has to recertify every 9-10 months or whatever. A teacher, what I teach you, you can teach Suace. Suace can teach such and such and so forth and so on. It goes on and on and on. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's a big difference.
So at the end of the day, if I'm a fighter, I want a teacher, not a trainer.
That's right. You want to teach? Oh, look, you can go get Southside. We don't want to train you physically. But can you get him to teach you?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Can you teach him that your body is a castle and your hands are your security? Sometimes they have to go to war, but they always come back and protect the castle, bring your hands back. Can you teach him these things? You understand what I'm saying? Can you teach him, the basement is empty, go downstairs a little something, send some furniture downstairs, and then go back upstairs and finish furniture in the house? Can you teach him things like this, E? You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
This is boxing teaching. What I just told him was like, look, I need you to go down low to the spot, you know what I'm saying, because it's wide open, man, you know what I'm saying, and then go back upstairs, upside his head. This is teaching.
Right.
You understand? I'm not training him.
Right.
I'm teaching him.
I got a question for you.
I'm listening.
What made Eddie Futch such a great?
A teacher.
Okay, so that's what you call a teacher.
A teacher.
Okay.
These are teachers, E.
Right.
These are not trainers. These
right.
are teachers. They probably didn't want to sit around and see you do push-ups and all that. When you get in the ring, let me know. You understand what I'm saying? These are teachers.
You see what you just did right there? That's knowledge.
Word is bone.
You know what I'm saying? That's knowledge, because you just right now,
right.
You just told me the difference between a trainer, because I didn't know. I didn't know the difference between a trainer and a teacher. And look what you just said. A teacher is not going to sit there and watch you do push-ups.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have to.
Right.
That's what the trainer's for. Then the teacher comes, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
I got you. Now, I remember that. I remember, because you're going to know better than me, because you were in the mix. I'm looking at it as a fan.
Right.
Eddie Futch had Riddick Bowe.
Mm-hmm.
He said he couldn't deal with him. He couldn't train him because he just didn't want to train.
Attitude.
Right. Do you think that if Riddick Bowe would have conformed, he would have been a much better fighter?
He would have knocked Deontay Wilder out too.
Mm-hmm. Beat Lennox Lewis?
Yep. If he did what was supposed to have been done properly, Riddick Bowe, Big Daddy was a beast, man.
His combination punches for heavyweight, I've never seen.
Like they was like a light heavyweight, middleweight. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to tell you. See, a lot of heavyweights be slugging like them two elevator repairmen that was on the undercard last night. Them heavyweights, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Come on, man. Yo, come on.
Oh, the Croatian. That was the Croatian. My guy from Croatia.
Yeah, because Riddick Bowe is one of the few heavyweights that could actually throw a 5-punch combination a tight 5-punch combination right there in the war zone. Most heavyweights don't do that. Most heavyweights is like 2 punches, 3 punches, pause.
And he had
2 punches, pause.
a stiff jab. He had a stiff jab.
Yeah. Yep. Stiff. He just. I guess he just didn't want to train.
No, his attitude was bad.
He had a bad attitude.
If that goes on, that's not going to really work the relationship with you and the fighter, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Who would you say is the closest thing to being a teacher right now in the game?
There's so many damn celebrities in this, man.
Ronnie Shields?
Yeah. He's a teacher. Yeah.
Yeah, he's old school. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know who else too? I was just sitting here contemplating, thinking. Gary Russell's father, Gary Russell Sr. Don't get enough credit, man. Doesn't get enough credit at all, man. It's sad.
I want to give Fat Boy a little edge too.
Yeah, Bo Max too. Yeah, but they got a team. It's a collective group out there. You got Red, and you got my man. I can't think of his name right now. The Mexican dude. They got a collective unit out there. They put it together like a mad scientist, a formula.
Right.
I respect it. But now, but hold on, E. You got like Derrick James. You got these celebrity trainers. You know that all they're concerned with is that check and getting that money or whatever the case is. They're not concerned with. They got 12 fighters on their roster that hasn't fought yet, and it's been 4 years. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
What happened? What happened to Kevin Rooney?
I ain't seen Kevin in years, man. He's like old now.
Okay.
And the last time when I was at the tank weigh-in, my man James said, "Yo, your man Kevin Rooney over there." I was like, "Well, why?" You know, dudes be funny, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was like, "Why would you come over here after the fact? Why you didn't come get me and let me know? I haven't seen him in years, man. You know what I'm saying?"
Right.
That's my trainer. That's my teacher. You know what I'm saying? Jay Bright, they taught me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When I won my state championship, I was incarcerated. You know what I'm saying? I was in Green Correctional Facility. Mike Tyson bought our ring for us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I went through things, man. So why wouldn't you know this already? But you know, that's all. You know, it's all good, man. You know, but I haven't seen him in years. But I talk to his son a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Now
I was trying to get my people's Eric Moon with Matchroom, but he was talking about he got too many losses and all that, man. You know how I go, man. You know?
Yeah. Now, did they implement the peekaboo style with you?
I don't know. Peekaboo. Nah, man. You know what style was implemented with me?
What's that?
Move your head constantly.
Okay.
Move your head.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Side to side.
Okay.
Stop the jab down. Hook off the jab. You know?
Right.
That's you know. That shell shit, that Picky Bull, like I told you, was Mark Spell. He mastered that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that wasn't taught, you know what I'm saying, all across the board like that. That was his style. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was taught to move your head, man. Constantly move your head.
Okay.
Constant.
Got you.
Constant. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because a moving target is hard to hit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's stationary. You set up for it.
Okay.
Move
what's going on with Eric Moon right now?
We had supposed to have fought in Nashville on the 27th of last month, but he caught the COVID, man.
He got the COVID?
Yeah. So he healing, he getting well. I don't know if the fight is put off, if it's still on, but I don't know if you know Lanky the King Promotions. You heard of him?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he a big promoter dude. He the one that had just having the fight and all that shit. But that's the latest with Eric, man. You know what I'm saying?
Because Eric was doing big things. Didn't he have the Everlast was gave him some money?
Yeah, but that didn't go well, you know?
Right.
Eric just see and it's to the point where Eric done lost his last 3 fights, man. You know, he 11-4 now, so and this fight that's coming up, if he don't win this fight, I'm gonna sit him down like, yo, I think you need to hang your gloves up, man. I don't even think you need to continue, man, because you don't have what it takes, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, you constantly do the same shit. You let you let things mentally bother you and things of this nature, man. And this is a mental game, and you got to be mentally prepared.
Right.
You know,
Right.
so if he fights this dude, he has to go out and do what he has to do. Like, and this is a Cuban dude, man. You know what I'm saying? And the dude is like 14, some shit, whatever the case is. So I'm telling him, I'm like, look, as soon as that bell ring, I don't want nothing but downstairs. I want you downstairs. I want you to slow him down because he's
Right.
tough. You understand?
Right.
I want you to slow him down. You understand what I'm saying? You cut the ring off on him and keep going downstairs on him.
Right.
You
Got you.
know? So shout out to Eric. Shout out to my people's Paul the Punisher Williams. You know what I'm saying? Coach
No
J,
doubt.
man. You know what I'm saying? He's my niggas, man. You know,
No doubt.
it's
Like,
crazy. You know?
let Eric know that the real fight fans know who he is, man.
Yes. You know? All right.
That's
You
a
know?
fact.
He gonna, I think he gonna get it together though. You know?
Right.
My fan, he definitely he know how to win, man. He just be mentally going through things, man, and that be distracting.
Right.
But it happens. It happens though, you know. But look, I'm focusing on the kid. I nicknamed him BO. He's in Nigeria. He's a young kid, young boxer. He's 55 or 6, man. You know what I'm saying?
55 to 6?
Yeah, it's amateur record.
Okay.
So you know, I'm really, really building with him, man, with my lady friend from Las Vegas, and looking and getting him over here on a work visa and working with him, man. You know?
Now, let me ask you a question, because African fighters have this stigma, right? How they fight, like the
Right.
Azuma Nelson, the Comeys, like that stand-up-ish. You know what I'm saying? Does the fighter you're talking about, does he have that same style also?
No, he has like a lanky style.
Okay. And back on that question, why is it that African fighters are known for that style? And has there been an African fighter that's like a true, like Ike Teja, like the peekaboo, like that straight up, like they just.
He was a real boxer.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's just their style, because motherfuckers they live off of brute strength.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
that's
their style, but see, he don't fight like that, you know?
So I'm not wrong for saying that.
No, you're right. That's how they are.
Right.
But I was on the video. Because when he was swinging his left hook, I was like, yo, I want you to twist your foot when you throw your hook, because when you twist your foot, you're pushing the power
more leverage
from the ground all the way up. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Opposed to keeping your foot straight and you swinging an arm left hook. That's no good.
Speaking of African fighters, would it be safe to say that Azuma Nelson is the best African fighter to ever live?
In my era, because I can't remember. Yeah, I would say that. Yes.
Yeah.
That professor. He's a legend.
Yes.
He's a legend to Richard Comey, all of them guys.
100%.
All of them look up to him. That's a fact.
100%. 100%. The great Azuma Nelson. Yes, the professor.
But look, yo, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I gotta change the subject. My boy Lomo gonna break Comey down within 5 rounds.
Yeah, that's 5 rounds? Matrix. That's the Matrix, man. The Matrix is different.
Watch how he walk around. His
footwork is crazy, man.
Most important thing.
His footwork is crazy.
But you know what was crazy? We talk about how hot 135 to 140 is. That's all we talk about. We talk about all these fighters, but we never talk about Lomo. So where does Lomo?
He's gonna put himself right back in the mix after Saturday night. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be surprised if DeBello does business and gives him the Gambosa fight, man.
All right.
Because listen, one thing about Lomachenko, he's from where? The Ukraine. He's not scared to go nowhere. He'll go over to Australia and shake something up.
He'll go to Australia
and shake something up. Yeah.
That's what I respect about a fighter. A fighter's gonna go to win wherever it's at. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
He's gonna go. It don't matter. Well, let's go.
You know what? We were talking about wins and losses, and a lot of people they talk a lot of crap, about Lomo because he lost to Salido, but that's one of the few fighters that has what is Lomo working on? What, 2 losses he got? Two?
Two now, two, yeah.
He got 2 losses, right? And it's like there's no worries. Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, he lost to Salido. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and he lost to Tiafimo, and he's still Lomo. Nothing has changed. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
he also gained the championship in no time in a couple of fights. See, just like Jahad Tucker. You see the way he's coming along? Jahad
Right.
Tucker in 15 fights within the next 18 months, he could be a world champion. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
This is how this go. Because it's not about the record. It's all about who you're involved with and who you know. You understand what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Right.
This is how the game go, man.
Now, with a fighter like Jahad Tucker,
Mm-hmm.
not being his promoter, I'm talking about everyday people.
Mm-hmm.
How do you bring him along?
The same way they bring him along. Getting him fights at least every other month. That's building his record up, getting his experience up. You understand?
Right. Okay.
That's the proper way right there.
But now you being in the mix and Shaw being in the mix, we're talking
Right.
about two people that are inside the game. Because I'm outside it. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I'm talking about an outsider, and I want to know the inside. I want to know the inside. Basically, what I'm trying to say is,
Right.
does Tucker get free time to go to the movies? Or is everything watched? Like everything has to be watched. Like
So add on that sauce.
Nah, he's off. Sunday and Mondays is his days off.
so
That's
he
good.
could
He's
do it.
chilling.
He could
He
he
does he
could do
does
it.
what 18-year-olds do, playing video games.
Okay.
Good.
You know, he's just living his life, going to
Right.
school. You know, taking
Right. Right.
online courses.
Right.
You know, doing regular 18-year-old stuff.
Mhm.
He's just blessed to be a professional prize fighter,
Right.
whooping out grown men on ESPN. But
Right.
Elevated.
But now what
yeah,
I'm trying to say, this is what I'm trying to say. So now you have Jahi, right? That's an investment, right? And he's young. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, can Jahi say, "Yo, I'm going to the mall, peace," or is it more like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 chill. You're going to the mall. Who you going with? Nah, such and such is going to take you to make sure you good."
now see one thing about him is he's a student of the game.
Right.
If you watch the podcast that he did with me and Lloyd the Ring, he's a student of the game and he watches and studies. So his pretty much people that he hangs with outside of boxing, he's not you won't hear about Jahad Tucker was with such and such and he raped a girl. You
Right.
know,
Right.
he's not rolling
You
with
know,
dudes like that.
think
You know
of
what I'm saying? He's
Right.
not rolling
Well,
with
no, no, no.
cats like that.
I'm not talking about even in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking more of the aspect
Yeah,
like this.
he does 18-year-old shit. Like he still doesn't have his license, but he takes the car. You know what I'm saying? Like regular kid shit. You know,
Right. Right.
when you don't got your license, like, he failed his road test, but he still to sneak the car out. And, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go for a joyride type, like
how to do
18-year-old stuff.
it. You know.
Right.
Oh.
Because I'm just saying, in a situation like that, like you have a fighter, you know what I'm saying? You want to make sure that everything is good, he's okay, he's safe, so it's not like my son going right now, yo, go to the mall. I'll be like, all right, peace. Any issues, hit me up. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? We're talking about, like, let's say my son was getting ready to go pro. You know what I'm saying? He's in college getting ready to go pro. My son tells me, yo, pops, I'm going to the mall. Yo, chill. Make sure you take that crazy cousin of yours that if something pops off,
Right.
he's gonna make sure you good, but he's
No,
gonna take that L for
that's
you.
how it go. That's how it
Nah,
go.
that's how you gotta move though. Yeah, that's a fact.
But that's the question. That's the question. What I'm trying to say,
Yeah, that's
like,
how, yeah.
Yeah,
my son can tell me right now, like, yo, I'm gonna go see my friend. I'll be like, later. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But if my son is like 10-0, and he's like, yo, I'm gonna go see my friend. I'm gonna be like, well, friend who?
Right.
Yeah.
Where you gonna be at?
It's different.
Right. So then that's what I'm saying. So that's the lifestyle he lives in.
Yeah.
Shy, would that be correct to say?
Yeah, nah, he's well protected. He knows he's a brand.
Right.
He's a brand. You know,
Okay.
he
So then
gotta
so then
he
I
gotta
wasn't
he
I
gotta know
wasn't
you.
far off from what I was speculating.
Nah, he's a brand. He's a business.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You
So
know.
so you know what? At the end of the day, he can't do things that normal kids do.
No.
Nah, not like not the everyday kids doing. You feel me? Like
Like
not that. Not as far as like, all right, it's a party. Say,
Right.
I'm gonna go hang out at the party.
Right.
Nah,
Like I'll
he's
give you a
not.
perfect scenario. I'll give you a perfect scenario. Let's say if it was the summertime, my son is like, yo, I'm gonna go play ball at the park, right? Then next thing you know, he calls me, yo, I sprained my ankle, they take me to the hospital. Be like, all right, I'll be there in a few. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, if my son was like a baller or playing football or a swimmer, he's saying, "Yo, I'm gonna go play basketball first." With who? Yo, my
right.
Yeah,
dude, don't be playing around, bro. You know, you
yeah,
can't be, you can't afford to be,
Yeah.
doing dumb shit.
You want to know the crowd you around. Right.
yeah.
Because
That's a
next thing
fact.
you know, you get hacked, you roll your ankle. Now you got to fight. Now that fight just got called off.
Yeah.
So basically,
But
what I'm trying, the question I'm asking you, Sean, is like, I want the end. Me being a fan, I want the end of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, can he just say like, yo, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I want to go to McDonald's to get a Big Mac, or are they saying, nah, we'll get you the Big Mac. We'll be right back.
by 2 o'clock, he's probably tapped out because one thing about Jihad, right?
Mhm.
How we work a full time job, that's
Right,
how he does boxing.
right,
He's he might be training 10 hours out the day, 12 hours. Like he might spar in the morning. After sparring is over, then he might have his workout at the gym. So his day is pretty much, consumed.
right.
Like, it's like boxing is his profession.
And I need you
That's
to understand why I'm asking you this question. The reason why I'm asking you this question is because as much as I love boxing, I've never been around the day to day of a fighter, especially a young fighter. That's why I'm asking you. I'm asking you out of curiosity because I want to know. You know what I'm saying? Can he walk around like a normal kid do? You know what I'm saying? Can he say that?
Oh, he does.
Yo,
He does like today. They're at the Nationals right now. But like Sundays and Mondays, it's his off days.
right.
So he's doing regular whatever, doing whatever he wants to do, hanging out with Nas, his boys,
Mhm, mhm,
doing,
mhm, mhm.
doing regular kid shit. But Tuesday through Saturday is work. Like he's getting up, he's running on the beach. You know what I'm
Mhm,
saying? Then
mhm,
then he might go spar.
mhm.
Like it's just like us. How we get up and go to work 7:30
Yo,
to 4. That's the he's working. He's
got you.
getting up. He's running. Then he might go to Gym X or cops and kids, whatever the
Right.
session is, spawn for the day.
Okay.
Do a spar session, come home, eat, relax. Then he's hitting LA Fitness,
Okay.
strength conditioning. Then
Now,
6 o'clock is back to the Brentwood Rec. Heavy bag, pad work.
mhm.
Shit like that.
Now, he's let's say after the fight, right? After the fight, during that break, can he eat whatever he wants,
Oh
or
yeah,
does he
yeah.
still
When
have
we
to be?
yo listen, I'm gonna bring him on the podcast and let you interview him and talk to him. But after when we in Vegas, we hitting Fat Burger up. You know what I'm saying? He's getting his milkshake. He's getting his
Right.
fries, cheeseburger, all that. He's doing kid shit. But
Got
that's
you.
what
Got
that's
you.
what like most fighters.
Right.
He's
Right.
getting a slice of pizza. You
Yep.
know, regular
Right.
shit,
Right.
Yeah.
regular
Right.
shit. Like, and after the weigh-in, like he's a kid. After the weigh-in, he might go get a big ass steak.
Mhm.
Regular shit. You know what I'm saying? After he makes weight the night before the
All,
fight and
all
all
business.
that.
All business.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you see, I'm
He's
asking.
getting his IHOP pancakes. He eats after touching that scale and rehydrates.
Right.
He's
Because
fueling up.
like these are questions that you know what only you can answer. Like I'll ask the Lord, Lord, a question like this. Yo, how is it being around Kevin Rooney on an everyday basis? Is he a funny dude? Is he a serious dude?
Yeah,
What is he like?
it was just funny. Look. Every time somebody came in the gym and said they want to box, he'll tell such and such, either me or such and such. Look. He thinks he can box.
Yeah, yeah. That sounds like some gym shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Did he ever talk to you about fighting Alexis Arguello?
Nah,
No,
nah.
I got you. I got you.
He didn't really get into things like that.
Right,
Only,
right, right, right,
only thing he got into, man, is he wanted his fighters to be on point, man. With like I told you, with the head movement, you
right.
know, keep your hands up, things of this nature. You know, because we was fighting these dudes. These dudes are street dudes. We incarcerated. These coming in from the streets. You hear me?
Right, got you.
So
Was he a screamer or was he like a cool, calm, collective?
he was he a screamer? Hell yeah.
Yeah, he was a screamer.
He used to flip his wig, man. You know.
Now, how do
Every
you?
other cuss, every other word, man. Oh man.
Okay, so he was screaming. He would be screaming like because you got trainers like you figure like an Eddie Fudge is a mild mannered. He's a mild mannered trainer.
Nah, hell no. They character is totally different. Hell no.
Okay. What do you think? Do you think that it depends on the fighter? How's he gonna react to it? Or most trainers should be such and such way. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to tell you.
All right, look. If you screaming at the fighter, scream at him for a reason.
Right.
Don't make that a habit though. Just be screaming and embarrassing him and all that because
Right.
start dealing with his pride and things of this nature, man. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
So you know, it's just it's like the fighter like your car. If you got that new Benz, you want to take care of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Fighter, you want fighter.
Now I'm gonna ask you guys both a question.
Mm-hmm.
Teddy Atlas, truth or hype?
I ain't gonna say. I can't say no hype. His resume speaks for itself.
He came out of our camp with Kevin.
Yeah, you can't.
Okay.
I can't. I wouldn't call him hype. I would. He's a teacher.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because the reason why I asked this question. This is the reason why I asked this question. Because Teddy Atlas, what he's known for,
right?
All those crazy metaphors that he says. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when he was talking to
Timothy Bradley. Timothy Bradley.
And also the heavyweight. Yo, your son's on the phone.
Michael Moore. Yeah.
Correct.
He wakes them up, man. That's that's a trainer teacher's job to motivate his fighter.
That's what I'm talking. Adjusting, make it just.
Right.
Show them how to adjust.
Yo, you know who was the ill? I'm gonna use the movie. Whoever they filmed that character after, they did a good job. Yo, Rocky's Mickey was a real teacher, motivator, and the actor. I'm saying the role that he played. That's a real teacher. How he acted and motivation to Rocky, like wake up, champ. You know what I'm saying? That's what a teacher's supposed to do.
Right. Not. I want. Give me 50 push-ups. I want you. Look.
Yeah. Rest in peace to Roger Mayweather. I gotta quote Roger, man. He ain't no fucking boxing coach. He's a goddamn fitness instructor. Get his Jack LaLanne ass up out of here.
Don't even exist.
He said he's Jack LaLanne, man. Rest in peace to Jack LaLanne too, man.
A lot of them be, man.
Roger used to flip out. Roger will flip out, man.
When I
lost you.
As soon as I come in the gym.
Go ahead. I hear you.
Can you hear?
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Go ahead.
Yo, when I come in the gym and I start scouting around looking, I automatically see his mistake. I see his mistake. And this man is standing here with him, and he don't see the mistake. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, it makes no sense, man.
Right.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
You guys
you know what it is? He got lucky. He got a position with a top. You know what I'm saying? That's what he knows.
But yo, that's like, I'm glad you just brought that up. That's one of the inside parts of the game. Like when you have a blue chip, a creme de la creme type of fighter, when you go to get him signed, they always want to know who his team is as far as trainers and coaches, because they always be wanting to have their coaches.
Yeah.
Anybody will tell you that been in the room, that when it's time to close the deal, they always want their in-house trainers. And if you pay attention, if you notice the game, it's like, damn, how is this guy always working with these fighters? Because that's how the game is put in place.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. That's
right. The only difference between the amateurs and the pros is a lot of these guys that build these fighters up from the amateurs, when it gets time to come to the pros, the people that run the pros cut them out.
They lose their fighter, yep.
Yeah, cut them out. That's all it is, man. and they don't like to speak on that side of the business, but that's what it is, man.
Goes on every day.
Yeah,
Taking fighters.
that's why you see so many father son trainers now,
Yep.
because a father's like, nah, fuck that. You're not just kicking me out the equation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're not just kicking me out the equation.
They sure will try.
Oh, all the time. All the time, man. I don't even want to disclose the name, but when we was shopping a fighter, yeah, they was like, "Oh, is it another father son trainer?" Like what?
What?
Is, is it another father son trainer? What does that have to do with anything? If he's good, he's good. You know what I'm saying? What?
Yeah,
What is,
because they already got it. Just how they trying to set shit up.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, all the
Quick
time.
quick
I don't know.
question. In regards to Bud, switching it up a little bit. He didn't sign. He's still a free agent, right? He didn't sign a PBC.
Nah, he's no, he got his own thing. Bud Promotion. I don't know the exact name, but he's his own promoter now. He signed with MTK Global as an advisor slash manager.
That's big.
He's a free agent. He's a free agent.
Okay, now I keep hearing MTK Global. Who is MTK? What is MTK Global?
They're a management firm. They're like Al Heyman.
Are they based out of Europe?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yep.
Because I see a lot of European fighters with MTK.
Yeah, well, they got a lot of guys. They got Jamel Herring.
Got
They
to.
got Tyson Fury. They got a whole bunch of fighters. A whole bunch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, you guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I think today's that day that you guys gave me insight, man, on something that I didn't really today. You guys really put me in the zone, man. You know, and you know, it really opened me up, man. It really did. You know what I'm saying?
We
Appreciate.
Because
always. I told you this is a regular, man. We always cook on Sundays, man.
yeah,
That's why I say, I personally sent you two guys the link. I didn't post the link in
appreciate
the what's the name.
appreciate you,
I
appreciate
just
you.
gave it to you two guys because you see, if you look at some of the comments, the channel is blowing up. We got the weirdos in here. Look at these comments, man. I don't know. I don't know what they see. You see the screen? Look, that's why I didn't want to post the link, man. Because now when I post the link, I do get weirdo guys trying to pop in. Look, and I was like, nah, I'll just send you guys the link. Y'all could just jump on.
Yo, let them step in with that bad meat around the neck. Me too.
Nah, man. They killed the brand with that crazy shit, man. When you just like, yo, I ain't gonna front, man. People be sleeping, but we be having major players looking at us, man.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Yo, and they be trying to steal our sauce, running back with our lingo.
Oh,
Like, they ran with that bear meat shit, yo. When you said our fighters was looking like bear meat, yeah, they was running with that, man.
and Bud said, but hey, what do I know?
Hey, what do I know? Yeah, Butter's my peoples though. Shout out to Butter. Fuck with us. Butter be in town. Butter be at the fights Saturday night, man.
Shot, are you gonna be on after the tank fight?
I don't know, man. You know tomorrow's Monday. I'm
Right,
up early, 4:30 riser.
Dirty.
I'ma
right.
try. I'ma try, man. That's why I won hard last night. I did the fight party, man. For the
Word.
for the JoJo Diaz. That shit was rocking,
I
man.
was, I was there.
They was getting mad at me because I was making fun of Blue Blood. But I was just having fun. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because Blue Blood be like half a dub on the draw. I was just having fun saying that shit.
Yo,
You so
um,
likes. My likes is
Yeah, yeah,
half a
yeah, yeah. Get the lights up. Get the lights up.
yo, I got to shout out my man Clarence right now.
Yeah. Shout out Clarence. Yo, Clarence is
Because,
stepping it up, man. He doing his thing.
yo, my wife is telling me to get off, so I gotta.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shout
We're
out.
gonna. Yeah.
I gotta take out the garbage.
Evie
Yo,
on oh
is Clarence working on that?
yeah. He be doing the stick. Yo, Clarence he don't do it on YouTube. He goes on Instagram Live.
He goes
He
on
be on
Instagram.
Instagram
Yeah, but
Live
is he
now.
working on that Louis Resto thing?
Yeah. He said he got to find Louis
I'm
and
waiting for that.
he said Aaron Pryor. I mean, I'm Aaron Pryor.
Aaron Davis.
Aaron, because we was talking about Aaron Pryor.
Yeah.
Aaron Davis has his own podcast. He said. He
Oh
said he's
yeah.
gonna. He said Aaron Davis is gonna have him on his podcast.
Oh, that's what's up. Tell him to try to get an
Yeah,
interview with Aaron Davis, man. I want to see
Yeah.
that.
yeah,
Superman.
yeah,
You know.
definitely will, man.
Yo, he got this dude over there in the gym. His name is Emiliano Santana. Dude's like 50 years old. Like 50, like maybe 52. Guy's like rock solid, man. He's hitting the bag and everything. Clarence should interview him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll let him know. He be doing this thing on IG.
I'm gonna try to hit him up on IG, but tell him or give him my what's up.
I was on this once or twice and said a while back.
Yeah. He be rocking on IG. He be telling me to do it. All right, you be good.
You talk.
Hey,
Lord, much respect.
Yep.
I'm a brother.
Yes, we are going to wrap it up. Shout out to Lord of the Rings on the check-in. You know, yeah. They was mad because I was doing that shit. He said, shout out, yo, we got an extra like on the dub. Y'all had Coach Reed doing that. Wait till I get Coach Reed to do that drop and make that video.
That shit is a dub.
It's a dub. Yeah, they was getting mad at me, Lord, for doing that shit.
Hey.
Well, we was just having fun last night, man. I'm gonna do more fight parties like that, cause the fight parties be rocking. When you put the hashtag in, everybody pops into them shit.
Yeah.
And shit.
I be liking to get in the niggas' ass when they call themselves boxing.
Wow, man, you can't, man. I don't even waste my time with that shit, cause it be nothing but weirdos on online. They get off on that shit, yo. They get off on that shit, trying to just get a rise out of you. Dudes is weird, man. Oh, that's why I be blocking. Like before when we wasn't getting noticed, it was cool to post the stream. Now when you post the stream, just the weirdo dudes, the agents, all kind of motherfuckers will come in just to try to fuck the vibes up, man. So it's like I don't even put it out there like that no more. Yeah, man. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up, man. Shout out to Lord of the Rings, tapping in. You know the vibes, man. He gave y'all some gems, man. And I'm pretty sure when I look at some of you other guys' streams and podcasts, y'all gonna be running with that Suace slang like y'all always do. Like when I pull your coattails on it, when you're talking about fighters is looking like bare meat and meals and protective custody and saying, but hey, what do I know? You already know y'all getting all that from the Suace, man. Y'all getting all that from the Suace, man. But close us out, Lord of the Rings. I'll let you take us out tonight, man.
Yo, look, we got a big fight tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? We already know Rhinoceros head tank. He's gonna take a couple of shots upside the head, man. You know, but he gonna get rid of Cruz, man, because that's what he do, man. That's the type of fighter he is. You know, he takes some, but he give more. You feel me?
That's a fact.
So everybody tune in and shit. You know, and watch.
Definitely tap into that. That's gonna be one thing about Tank. I'm gonna tell you this. It's gonna be a devastating highlight reel knockout.
Mm-hmm.
It always is with him.
And I want y'all to know, this is Tabasco sauce. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We spread it daily. You heard?
That's it. You know the vibes.
You know the vibes. I'll holler.
We're holla. Hey. Yes, that was Lord of the Rings on the check-in. You know the vibes, man. We are up. We are marching and grooving. This was another groovy sauce, man. We are going to close out this evening. You know, play this back. Tell a friend. You have been rocking out with yours truly, Showtime Sizzle. Special sauce, you know. Build the brand and they will come. Build the brand, yes, and they shall enter. What was my man's line from I'm gonna close and say that. I'm gonna say my man's line from Coming to America when they switched apartments. He said, "You may enter." Yes, you have been rocking out with yours truly, the sauce. Daffodil, do you want to take a walk?
Like, subscribe, and hit that bell.